Collier's back.
Hold that. Here we go.
Whoa, what's going on over there?
We're back,
Check
baby.
1, 2.
All right.
Yes, we're back.
They say what the problem was over there?
No, I didn't ask around.
It's falling apart.
Yeah.
Starbucks is falling apart.
I was just happy that it was in my route to here. So I was able to obtain coffee this morning for us.
Gotcha.
That was nice.
Joe, I appreciate him.
Mm-hmm. I know you do.
Yeah, Joe's already over there talking crap.
Well, I knew you were going to get the coffee. You came in yesterday and said, I'm not getting the coffee anymore. I knew you were going to get the coffee.
How did you know, Joe?
Because he's a coffee bitch.
Don't ruin this for me, please. It's the one thing that I have going.
I'm sorry, Mike.
I too enjoy coffee.
Yes.
Well,
Like that first initial sip is, you can't even describe it.
Oh, I just,
all right.
it made me so happy. I went
Yeah.
afterwards.
It's
Yeah.
like runs through my veins
Yep.
instantly. It feels
Yep.
so good.
Yep.
It's so foreign to me. So foreign to me.
I don't know. That first sip, it's undescribable.
I didn't used to be that way. I didn't start drinking coffee till my 40s. Really,
Imagine if you guys tried heroin.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yo, I tried painkillers one time and I love that.
Oh.
That's why I cannot do. You show me a bottle of Percocet and I want to have a good time.
Don't they say crack is like the most addictive?
Yeah.
Wasn't that like one puff
Yeah.
and you're like done?
Yep.
I always seen that scene in Wolf of Wall Street. He's like, smoke crack with me, man.
Yeah.
He's like, no. And then he does. He goes, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, don't you just? Isn't a natural curiosity to know what that feels like?
Yeah, I mean, yes and no. You've been warned. You know that
Right,
it's
right. That's
all
why we don't do it.
downhill from there.
That's
yeah.
why we don't do it.
When you see the crazy things people will do to get drugs,
Yes.
it has to be awesome.
Mothers leaving their kids.
Yeah.
John Travolta said in order to prepare for Pulp Fiction, where he used heroin, he talked to heroin addicts to find out what it was like, and they said it was like if you drank tequila in a hot tub. He said, so to prepare for the role, he drank tequila and got in a hot tub.
Look,
Yeah.
Artie Lane used to say it's amazing. He goes, it feels so great.
I had a buddy of mine who said he doesn't do cocaine because he did cocaine once and liked it way too much.
Yeah.
That's a wise man.
That's strong, though. That's like a strong personality to know that.
Yeah. But, I guess once you're like, yeah, that was fantastic, but also I could see it destroying my life.
Right.
That's why I've talked about this before. That's why. So I would go out every once in a while, and the guys I was with, they always had Percocets with them. And they're like, here, take one while you're drinking. I'm like, oh, no. And they're like, yeah, no, it's good. I'm like, all right. So I took it. And the feeling that it gave you was that you didn't want to fight anybody. You were in the best mood ever, but you felt like you have the strength to lift a car. Like I just was like, you guys ready? I'll carry you all home. And not in a fighting way. It's just a weird thing. And then I had bad back pain, and I was given a ridiculous amount of Percocets for back pain. I could take like 4 a day or something, or 3 a day. And I remember it was when I got fired, and my wife was pregnant, and my back was killing me, and I'd take a Percocet, and I was like, I'll be fine. I'll get another job. Then the Percocet would wear off, and I'd go, what am I going to do? This is crazy. I take a Percocet, and I'd be like, things are great. And I thought, I got to stop taking these because they're going to get me. I'm going to start taking them for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I've never touched any type of like drug at all. Cocaine, none of that stuff.
Yeah.
I was always
no,
afraid.
I never did cocaine.
I'm always afraid my heart's going to explode anyways.
Right. And then they just go, stupid cokehead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what happens? Your kids think you're a scumbag.
Oh, yeah, I told Joe. Nobody that thinks nicely of a guy who died on cocaine overdose.
No.
That is my thing, Galvin, is I don't want to do it because I think that I will like it too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, like not cocaine necessarily, but like any sort of drugs. I was around cocaine in high school. There were some guys that I hung out with that did it, but it never appealed to me. They always got weirded out, and they got the kind of paranoid, kind of.
Yeah, even like surgery or stuff, they're like, we're going to prescribe you some pain. I'm like, no, that's fine. I don't need it.
And it's not a tough guy thing.
No,
it's a
just,
matter of I don't want to depend on it.
Yeah, but I don't need it. I know that I won't use it, so I'm just like, no, thanks.
Yeah. Anyway, Carmen.
Yes.
Last time we talked was before the cruise about Holly.
Yeah.
You guys are good, you said?
Yes. Yeah.
Me and Holly are really good, too.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
She's thinking of different business adventures.
OnlyFans.
Possibly.
Oh.
I don't know how she's not already on it.
She might be.
Is that why
Yeah,
she's been
that's
kind
true.
of testing the waters the last couple days?
A little bit.
I don't
think.
follow her. Somebody sent it to me, and I was like,
Oh,
what
you
do we
follow her.
I swear to God, I don't. And somebody sent it to me, and I went, what do we got going on over here?
I do follow her, and she's been quite active.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, like it's not happening, but it is in the mind. You know, it is a thought.
Yeah.
So
Not the mind we want to see.
Right. And again, I mean, she's, an adult. She can do what she wants. And like Galvin said, I'm surprised it's taken this long that like she's not already on it, to be, completely honest.
Yeah.
But, she's an adult. She can do what she wants. And if she chooses to do that,
We will promote the hell out of it.
Yes, we will.
yeah.
Yeah.
And,
I mean, I want to cut on the side,
and
but
but I will also be guaranteed stamped the favorite daughter. So, I mean,
oh yeah. Oh man. What if Hector finds out about that?
yeah, I don't think he would be too happy, even though he's not very like tech savvy. He's at that age where, it's moving a little too fast.
Oh,
right.
He
Although,
just gets mad.
How fast does that come up at Thanksgiving or something? Whatever. Holly, pass me the mashed potatoes. Get them yourself. Holly's on OnlyFans.
Oh yeah.
How jealous will you be if she just starts just raking in
Wailing in the money.
hundreds of thousands of dollars?
No, listen, because we're good. And Holly likes to go on vacation. And Holly doesn't like to go on vacation by herself. Are you kidding me? Yeah, let's go, Holly.
Like, I made 50 grand today.
Yeah, I'm rooting for her, if anything.
How much will she do, you think?
I don't know because, again, like I was like, what she's showing now, I was like, people do like that on OnlyFans already. Like, you don't have, like, I get it. I know, boo, you do more. But, but girls just tease like that. And they make bank because there's some guys that just like that tease, that
Not this guy.
they like the chase type thing. So there's girls that don't show anything. They just do lingerie pictures and stuff like that. And they make good money on OnlyFans as well.
Well, here's the thing: is I saw a thing the other day, and I don't know whether it's an ad for how to do this or whether it was real or not. But a guy said, "I created an AI girl, and here she is,"
Yeah, I
and
saw
showed the
that.
picture, and it said
Yep.
the first, just to chat with guys, just to talk to her. It said like the first day I made $44, the next day I made $533, the next day I made $2,000. This,
Yeah.
and like the first week he made $10,000 or something, which I totally believe is possible. Because there's so many people that will just look at whatever pictures or, I can talk to her.
But let me ask you that. I'm just trying to ask for honesty here. Who wants to talk to these girls?
Dumb people. Dumb
Oh.
lonely
Guys who
people.
can't talk to girls
Right.
in real life.
A lot of lonely guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but do they think that the girl all of a sudden is going to fall in love with a fat nerd
Yes.
somewhere?
Yes.
Maybe.
Oh,
Yes.
I've never been that delusional.
Or
they're
they
at
just like
least
the
getting-
attention.
Yeah, they're at least gonna get something from it where it's like, I learned how to talk to a girl, or maybe she sends me some stuff, or whatever it may be.
They build confidence.
There was a guy who paid an OnlyFans girl like $50,000 just to meet her, and then she sent him pictures of her with her boyfriend on vacation,
Yeah.
and said thanks, pay pig, and all this.
Wow.
But they also like
Yeah.
that too.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they want to be talked down to and made to look like a
Humiliated.
fool. Yeah, humiliated. Thank you, Joe. Joe knows.
Yep, I do.
But like that's a thing.
A lot
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
lonely
There's a lot of
years.
different fetishes.
In
you
a
know?
million years, do you want some girl making you feel like an idiot?
No, in a million
Exactly.
years, I wouldn't be sending a girl $50,000 either. I mean,
There's
I
one-
cut it off at $12 a month.
Yeah.
There's one girl who said she's like a financial dominatrix where
Right.
she just tells guys, send me money now,
Yeah.
right now, go to your bank, do it this way. And that's all she does is demand money. And they just send her money.
Yeah.
And she doesn't get naked. She doesn't show, you know what I mean? Like at most she'll do like a bikini picture, but all she does is demand money. So again, there's different fetish for different people, So
I wish my wife would
do
do
you?
that.
Wait,
I wish
what?
my wife
Just
would do
demand
like
money?
cleavage therapy.
Oh.
She'll give you therapy lessons, but she'll like have some
Some down
cleavage
blousing.
thing. Oh, yeah. I totally would be all for that.
That's not real therapy.
I don't really care
I
about
know.
therapy.
Makes me feel better.
Oh man.
I was at a bar one time with somebody, and they said to me, if that girl asks me to have my 401k in the next 10 minutes, I'll 100% give it to her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I use a different end of that. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But I would say the same thing.
I'll do whatever she wants.
Yeah, I'm not. I never really been a sucker that way, even though I've been on OnlyFans. Carmen, so if Holly has OnlyFans, do you want us to promote it or not promote it?
I mean, that's up to her, honestly.
I mean, I would imagine she would want.
Right. I think
to.
she would. And you know what I mean? Because her thing was she was thinking about she got really confusing at one point. She was like, I was going to do it on this page under this name, but link it to my other page so you could find it, but it wouldn't be as easy. And I was like, you're just making it confusing. If
What
you're
is she
do
just
it,
worried about
do
your
it.
dad finding out?
No, I just think like, yeah, I mean, that's one, just our family in general.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Our grandparents and stuff, they wouldn't be
Oh,
too
me mom,
happy.
you probably ain't gonna stumble on the OF.
They're not going to stumble upon it, but it would definitely
One of our dick listeners would rat her out.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And like that would cause rifts within the, family and her. And she doesn't want to do that either. Our family has enough going on. So it's just kind of, and then again, once it's out there, it's out there. And she does have a real job where she makes good money. But Holly also doesn't want to have to sit at a desk for the rest of her life.
Yeah.
So-
hey, listen, use what you got. She's not gonna have it forever.
And that's what she said, because her birthday is on Monday.
Uh-huh.
No,
So
Launch. We should launch on Monday.
we know.
yeah, so her birthday's on Monday. So she's like, I'm not going to look like this forever. And
I
then
was
she-
going to say, I have 2 words for her. TikTok.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So, but she's thinking about it, and she's been thinking about it, and she's putting out, like Gio said, she's definitely been more active.
Yeah.
So, and I told her, like, I don't care. You're an adult. If you want help, like, I know people that do it in the industry. And also, I will listen, I'll be
Appear?
her.
You'll appear?
Collab.
I will not appear.
Oh, collab, yeah.
But listen, she doesn't have a husband, and we talked about like all the cam girls and OnlyFans people that we know. Their husbands run it. I told her I'll run the site for her.
Oh, getting a piece.
Yeah.
Carmen,
Make it a family business.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes.
what if 3 months from now she's raking in the money? She shows you the receipts. She's like, I'm making $20,000 a week, and on there she talks to people and brings up a fact that she has a hot sister, and they're like, we would pay, and she was like, how much would you pay? And they get it up to like 50 grand.
50 grand, Carmen.
50 grand for you just to be naked in the background, just
With her. You
just
both
sitting-
gotta be naked.
She's doing stuff. Yeah, she's doing
Yeah.
stuff, whatever, and you're just like sitting on the bed naked. Do you take the 50 grand?
No.
Oh! I don't think you're being honest with yourself.
How much older are you than Holly?
I'm younger,
Oh.
Gio.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Yeah, really?
No. I don't know.
I didn't know.
How old is Holly?
She will be 37
Oh,
on Monday.
she's got to hurry up.
Really?
She's got to hurry up.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying this like, oh my God, she looks young.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
yeah.
Carmen, also, I wouldn't guess you at 33.
34, thank you.
34.
I'll take
Yeah,
that as well.
if I didn't know you and I saw you, I would guess maybe 27, 28.
Yeah.
I thought you were like 2 or 3 years older,
Yeah.
just
Cool.
because you seem to have like.
Then Holly, you mean?
And I
Things-
think you're
things
going to die
together.
next year, you
Oh.
fatty.
Wow.
Yeah.
I meant that you
Listen.
seem to have your life together a little bit more, which usually comes with age.
Oh, he was complimenting you.
How is
He
a
was
CFO?
complimenting you.
Yeah, but she's jumping from job to
She's a
job.
CFO.
Seems like there's always drama
She-
going
no,
on.
you're saying OF.
Oh,
Yeah,
OF.
like Carmen's had a career for quite some time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I started that career when I was 20.
Oh yeah,
So,
She wanted to be a CFO, and now she's a chief OnlyFans. COF.
not yet. Not yet.
I'm all for it.
Yeah, like I said, I told her like I'm not gonna push her to do it, and I'm not gonna tell her not to do it.
I think you
All I
should.
said is, you're an adult. Do what you want. If,
Will she launch it on the show?
Like I said, she talked about it, and she
Mhm.
was like, because she even said, I think you guys should start talking about me again.
Oh.
And I was like,
Oh.
I was like, do you really want that? She's like, okay, well, I don't know, maybe not. So let's just wait
Oh,
to see
okay.
what I do.
Sorry,
And-
I jumped the gun.
Yeah, no, but again, she's putting it out there on the internet, and she knows a lot of her Instagram followers come from this show, so it's not gonna be
I
a
really-
secret.
I really don't follow her. Somebody sent that to me, and I assumed. You
I
knew.
had-
Geo.
I
No.
had, no, I didn't send it. But I had not seen her post. Like she hadn't shown up in a long time. And then the last couple of days, there's been like 3 or 4 pictures.
You know, it's so funny is I don't follow her, and she showed up in like the thing of other people follow this person, whatever.
Yeah.
Of course, you should know.
And I was like, oh, so I did scroll through the pictures, and I was like, all right.
Solid.
I probably slapped a like on it.
Yeah, that's probably why.
It kicked it in your algorithm.
Yeah.
Carmen,
Thank you. Thanks, coffee bitch.
I don't know why I gotta be coffee, bitch. I did you a favor.
Sorry, thank you, Burger Guy.
I think we watched that girl that you told me about,
Yeah.
and she like had her mom and dad on there. I saw that.
Oh, really?
She was like, "This is my dad." For those of you who always say I don't have a father, and blah blah blah, and the father was like well put together, good looking older guy. And then the other day she did a video with her mom, and she's like, "This is my mom. You guys think that my mom and I have a bad relationship, blah blah." And then they interviewed the mom, and the mom said, "Look, she's an adult. She can do what she wants. She's very successful at this. She's making a bunch of money, and she's very happy. What are we going to do? I mean, we can't control her.
It's weird because that girl does do sex stuff.
Yeah.
But the majority of it seems to be just the other
Dancing
dances and
stuff,
the
yeah.
things, whatever. I mean, there are, if you if you join her OnlyFans, whatever, but also you can find like some stuff on Reddit or
But
whatever.
it seems the majority of it was with her boyfriend.
I guess, yeah. And then, her sister is on there as well. Her sister
I don't know which one her sister is.
Her sister does OnlyFans. Her sister doesn't look that much like her, but she has a sister. But they did do a video the other day of them doing makeup and making her look like her. Her sister
really?
looked like her, and they did like put in contacts and they did her hair and contoured her this and that and everything. And she looked a lot like her. It was wild.
Yeah, all the reason I bring that up, Carmen, is because like Galvin was saying, once the sister started seeing the other one make the money, she's like, "What do I need to do? How do I get in on this?"
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, I already told her like I'll run it for her because that's the other part. Like that's what she doesn't want to do. She doesn't want to be stuck to a desk and stuff like that, and that's something that I'm good at, editing videos and stuff like that. So it's one of those ways that I could also get a piece and help her.
Oh, how much you can ask for?
Yeah,
10%.
okay.
Listen, I don't know. We haven't got there yet,
Oh,
Gio.
man.
We haven't got there yet.
You got to get early.
I can't wait until manager Carmen is sitting there with her feet up on the desk with a cigar. Show your ass more, Holly. Let's go.
They didn't
You're doing it wrong.
Bend over.
Yeah.
You got to pull that down just a little bit more.
April's been down. Let's go.
Have that conversation with Chad. Chad, I know you like being a coach, but look at the money that Holly is making.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but again, that's the other thing. Like it does, like opening that door closes others' doors. And that's
The more doors you open, the more money you'll make.
yeah, but it's not all about money, Mike. I know you think that, but I mean, I don't make the money I'd like to make or I should make.
Open your
but-
doors.
Yeah.
But I also don't. Again, you're only that age for a certain amount. At some point, that money is going to stop. And then what do you do?
Carmen.
Unless you invested it well or
Right.
took care of yourself,
Yeah.
which I'm good at and I would do. But Holly likes vacation.
Let me ask you this question. What if Holly comes to you and says, they're clamoring on the OnlyFans
Clamoring.
for me to do something with a guy? Oh, yeah. I don't have any guys that I want to do anything with. What if
What if?
What if?
Chad just poses,
With his
Just
abs.
his lower parts.
possibly she's holding something, but not any sex? Would you allow that?
No,
Oh, okay.
That was pretty
Absolutely
quick.
not.
That was pretty quick.
Yeah.
yeah.
that's-
I mean, the thought of that, if she even asked, that
It's
would
so
end.
hot.
That would end.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
that would end our relationship.
We got to get the numbers up, though.
I mean,
Just
Yeah.
his abs. No
I'm not
holding.
playing. I'm not playing your guys' game. No.
Where she does, like where she reaches around from behind and just grabs the
Yeah,
abs.
just
Oh.
Chad's abs in the background.
What if her face is just next to?
are those abs?
Those are not abs, Joe.
Okay, I
Abs
think
don't
so.
hang like that.
All right, I didn't think so.
I mean,
All right.
there's so much opportunity to be had.
Carmen, if she asked, tell her we said OnlyFans.
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 It would
I
be
will-
great.
Yes, I will let her know that you guys are in favor.
We vote
of
yes.
that.
It's
Yes.
interesting because I was trying to revisit how we could do like our favorite OnlyFans girl, because Galvin and I, we talk about that girl. What is her name now? The one that Carmen had the fight with.
Oh, Allie Ray.
Allie Ray, yeah.
We talk about her all the time off the air. We're like, God damn, she's hot. Then there's a couple of local girls that we know that are on. Like, if we find the official OnlyFans girl of the show, I thought that would be a good idea. But now with Holly coming in, it changes the whole dynamic of everything.
If she comes in.
Well, she's coming in.
Yeah,
She's coming in hard. She's coming in crash
It's a
landing.
lock.
Yeah.
we're gonna have a launch party.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if like I said, if it happens, it happens. I don't know, but because she's been on the fence for a while, and I feel like if she was gonna do it, she would have already done it.
I
So
feel like
there's
she's
some
already
moral.
done it. I feel like she's already done it by putting out the pictures she's been putting out. She tested the waters, the positive response, and she just doesn't know how to take the next step, or is not, needs someone to give her a little push.
You need to. She needs some infrastructure.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that.
She needs a little tush push.
yeah, that too.
Put her over the line.
Yeah. I don't like I said. I think she'd be very successful, and I think she'd do a good job, and I think she'd make a lot of money. So I don't know really what the hesitation is.
What is her current
besides our
relationship
family.
status?
Single.
Now, who do you think is likely to be the first one to find out? I mean, obviously, if we're promoting on the show, that's going to be a problem.
Right. I mean, it's not going to be a kept secret for long.
Right.
And I think that's the other part of it. You know what I mean?
with just the stuff she's putting up on Instagram, if that was and don't get me wrong, I'm not judging her, but if that was my daughter, I'd be like, whoa, what are we doing here?
Right. But again, my dad isn't on Instagram. Like none of our older families on
Right.
Instagram.
Okay,
So
all right.
really,
Yeah.
Kind of
like,
safe.
Like, yeah. So right now it's just myself and Cody in the family that would see it. And my brother isn't going to go up to my dad and be like, hey, Dave,
Yeah.
I need to tell you something. You
Look
know
what
what I
I
mean?
subscribe to.
Yeah. Like that's not happening. So them
David.
it would take a minute for them to find out. But again, like we do have other family members, like distant cousins and
What about
aunts
your
and
mom?
uncles and stuff. She's on Instagram, but she doesn't use it like that. She doesn't.
Right.
My mom does not know how to use the internet either. Both my parents are in their 60s. So they're like, in that tech is getting a little past them. I got to
Yeah.
help them how to use their phone over the phone.
Yeah.
What about Barb? What do you think?
Again, I think Barb would think kind of like me, like, I wouldn't do it, but if you want to, go for it,
I'll collab.
Some on the farm, Barb?
Me, Holly, and 3 goats.
Oh, yeah. I'd pay for that. I'd pay for that. Yeah.
I love fake Barb is so great.
Get some chickens up in this piece.
Carmen, Holly launched OnlyFans. She comes on the cruise
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
100%.
as a celebrity.
Yeah, she's the star.
Yeah.
It just we have a party, and instead of a comedian, she just goes out there and does some different poses.
Yeah. Gives a
Yeah.
whole new meaning to the cruise.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Bobby Kelly.
Yeah.
Step aside.
Oh, I'm excited for this, Carmen. We're at a whole new venture.
Yeah.
I'm glad I brought it up. I was afraid to bring it up. I didn't know if it was going to get start trouble or not.
No, again, she is the one putting it out on the internet. She knows, our listeners and you guys follow her. So it's like, I can't stop it or do anything about it. Like, I don't, again, and she's an adult. She can do what she wants.
Should we throw out her Instagram now for the people that are not aware?
That-
I don't think we should give that to her yet. I
All
don't
right.
think she's earned that yet.
And again, that's
Not
the
until we
one.
get the passes.
Yeah, and that's the one thing I'd like to talk to her about is changing her name. Just like I don't use my last name, not for any other reason.
You
than
didn't even
like-
use your first name.
I do use my
Oh,
first
yeah,
name.
actually, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
She's a stage name.
I actually do, but again, I don't like to put out my
I mean,
last name
I-
because it'd be a lot easier.
I think it would be so smart of her if her OnlyFans was Carmen's sister. OnlyFans /
Yeah.
Carmen's sister.
Please don't put that on me.
That would be
Yeah.
the best.
That's good.
That would be the best.
It'd be easier to find it for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Do we get a subscription? Do we have to pay?
Oh, you gotta pay.
Oh.
Yeah, 100%. First off,
Stop talking now.
Yeah, we're not promoting.
Yeah.
So what are you guys doing this weekend? Anything
We're
cool?
actually demoting.
Pipple Tower this weekend.
Yeah,
That's gonna be
that's
fun.
right.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna be
Allie Ray,
Saturday.
Allie
Yeah,
Ray.
yeah.
Change the subject.
Listen, tell her we'd like to collab with her as well.
okay. I'll let her know you guys are available.
Yes.
Ooh, there's something. What if we have the Mike Calta Show stable of OnlyFans girls?
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, I thought that would be great if because there's a couple that we have. I mean, obviously there's the Melissa Dawsons of the world, but she's already like a pro.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Lilu.
Lilu, yeah. I mean, when's the last time you saw Lilu?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, and there's a couple of those people, but then there's
We need up and
Brittany that does
comers.
the fishing.
Diamonds in the rough.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's a bunch of people on our cruise that had OnlyFans.
Yeah. I think the established ones, they're like, no, I'm good.
Right.
I'm
And
Because
already
they're
us.
making so much
Yeah,
money.
I'm already making 400 grand a year.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't need your little radio show.
Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
Well, we'll see how it goes. We got to lock Holly in though. I don't need Holly showing up on Magic's website
No.
after we go.
Oh,
Wait,
no,
Make her
no.
famous, and then she jumps ship.
Yeah.
Open Mouth Sally collabing with her.
Oh, come on. now.
No.
He'd be like, gross. Naked girl.
She could be the next cat stickler.
What happened to her?
I still see her.
Oh,
on,
I think I stopped following her.
she's still on there,
Yeah.
doing the same stuff.
Yeah, it got old.
Yeah.
It got old.
So did she.
Oh.
Oh my God.
What happened?
Yeah.
I don't even think she's 30 yet.
Well, tell
Yeah.
it to her face.
A lot of makeup.
Wow.
A lot of filters.
Wow,
Yeah.
this went
Oh my
south real quick.
God.
What?
I just lost interest. I didn't say she looked bad. I'm just
I,
saying.
it's like,
I thought she was cute, whatever, and then she did a lot of stuff to her face.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. You don't see that?
I didn't notice. It's not saying she didn't do it. I just didn't notice.
I saw her, and then I saw her, like, I don't know, a couple years later, and I'm like, yeah.
Holy cow.
oh man.
All right. Well, it is Friday. And yes, Pitbull Toddler is playing tomorrow at
Yeah.
Big Top Live in Sarasota. I'm very excited for that. We go on at 7:30.
Oh, now it's moved to
It's up.
7:30.
7:30.
Yes, I found out yesterday.
All right.
So I will get there at 7:00, and we will go on at 7:30.
All right.
Good.
I'm ready.
Yeah, I'll be in home in bed by 10:00.
Oh, I love it.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out whether I should stay there in Sarasota or not.
I don't know. I was taking a little eyeball at the menu there. Did you look at the menu?
No, I
They
can't
look
eat
like-
anything.
They look. Oh, well, yeah. You can't eat anything.
I'm not drinking. I can't eat anything.
Looks like it's got some good stuff.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if I should stay down there because I feel like if we're done at 9:30, I'm gonna go. Oh, well, I'm up now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just go home because the next day is Easter,
Mm.
so
Oh,
I'm gonna go
yeah.
home and hide the eggs. You, I don't even know if I should say that.
Say it. Just say it quiet so nobody hears you.
All right, my wife insists.
My
on
wife.
insists on
By the
making.
way, that was for Too Tall. Too Tall
Okay.
said he loved it.
Yeah.
He said he hates it. We don't do it anymore. I said, well, it was Borat. You know what? But
we
it's all
never
right.
called him too tall.
Yeah.
What was I saying? Oh,
Your wife.
My wife insists
My
on
wife.
making Easter baskets for the kids
Yeah.
For your son?
and my daughter and my son's girlfriend.
Yeah.
I get that. I mean, they're still under 21. Joey's not going to be going out in the yard and trying to find eggs and stuff and everything. And
According to her, he will be because she's putting money in the egg.
well, there you go.
yeah.
All right.
My wife
Maybe I'll
asked,
come over.
She asked the same thing a couple days ago. She's like, should we still do like Easter stuff for the kids?
Yeah.
And I go, I guess.
How old's your youngest?
She's 15.
So
Yeah.
it's hard.
But also, you can do like an Easter basket that has like a gift card
That's
in
what
there
they
and
want,
a couple, whatever.
What is Joey's having it?
Some weed.
Exactly.
Yeah. instead of the fake.
The grass
instead of
is
the fake
real.
grass,
Yeah.
yeah. Just put some weed in there.
Happy Easter.
Yeah. We went to the
Here's
to
a
the
new-
pot store yesterday.
Here's a new gravity bong.
Yeah. All right. Let's take a break. Get the show moving this morning. It's Friday. Anybody do anything else this weekend that's fun?
No, I don't really have anything planned.
I'm going camping, I think.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Man.
Where you headed?
Up in the Springs.
Oh, nice. Will
Yeah.
you go in the water?
Probably.
Oh, that seems fun.
Yeah.
Well, will Jamie drink?
No.
I like cursing Jamie.
Yeah,
It's the most fun.
Like a pirate.
Cruise Jamie's the best.
Oh.
4 margaritas.
Man, when we got that happy hour every day, she was very set on just tearing through margaritas.
Good.
I'm like,
Good.
you got to settle down. Like, people are talking.
All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, we got Sporkle. Carmen will tell you what we have to give away, and we'll do that next. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. Spike Ferriston's going to join us on the show in the 9 o'clock hour.
Nice.
You may not recognize his name. He is a comedy writer who used to write for Letterman, wrote for and directed and produced Seinfeld, and does a lot with Jerry. And
Had
he's
his
gonna-
own talk show for a while that I liked.
Yeah,
But it
I don't
kinda-
think I ever saw it. And
Yeah.
I don't recall.
It was good. It was one of those ones. I think if you like Spike, you like the show.
Yeah.
If you didn't, you're like, who's this guy? What's going on?
It's very hard to introduce somebody off the camera
Yeah.
and make them a talk show host. Conan O'Brien's the first one I ever saw that was successful with that. that he was an camera guy, and they just put him on camera and it worked, but it
And he
didn't
had
work in the beginning.
No, he had the power of Lorne Michaels behind him too, saying this is the guy.
I was reading some stuff about him last night. Apparently, he wrote the Soup Nazi
Yes.
episode. of
It's
Seinfeld.
based on a real
Yeah.
story.
So that was him.
Yeah. So Spike has got a new show on YouTube, and of course Jerry is his first guest.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because I'll bring it up to him when he talks about it. It's basically just them recording conversations that they have. I don't know if they're actually in the car, like Jerry's in the car. It has something to do with cars.
There's a lot of car talk.
Yeah, it's too many
it's a
cars.
lot of car talk, whatever. No, they're sitting in a garage with a bunch of the
Yeah.
different cars, and I guess Jerry had given him a car
Oh,
that he wound up giving back. Yeah, there's a whole story about that as well.
all right. We'll get into that in the 9 o'clock hour. Right now, Carmen's going to tell you what we have to give away today.
Yes, we have tickets for Colin Quinn,
Very good. Colin Quinn's going to be at the Capitol Theater. What's that, Colin?
All right.
Yeah.
Back to the Future musical.
Which I'm dying to see. Thank you.
I want
Okay,
to.
yes.
I'm going as well, and I hope I like it.
I feel like I'll like it either way.
I mean, I know the movie word for word,
Right.
But I've never been to a Broadway show.
Yeah. You've never been to any Broadway shows?
No.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing when you don't realize, like, you think of the Strauss Center and you think it's pretty big, but when you get there and they're like right there and they're performing live and they do it every night, it's pretty amazing.
A lot of singing. It's gonna be a lot of singing.
Yep.
Very
Be
sing-songy.
prepared.
Yeah. All right. What else?
We have tickets for Baby Metal,
Okay.
Kesha,
Yep.
Blink 182,
All right.
and Thomas Rhett.
All right. You got your choice of good tickets. We got a lot of things to give away. Where is Kesha going to be?
Let me see. Kesha is going to be at the AMP.
Is that what night is? Oh, at the end.
August
Forget,
10th.
I'm outside.
Yeah.
Amp in August.
Out.
Oh.
All right, let's give it away right now with a little bit of Sporkle. Here we go. Carmen is the keeper of Sporkle. Pap is your judge and scorekeeper. I believe I'm going for 3 in a row today, correct? 4 in a row.
Yeah.
Thank you for your enthusiasm.
All right.
All right, Carmen, what are we playing today?
Okay, today we're going to be playing F in science.
Yeah.
Oh,
Can you answer these science questions that all have that all begin with the letter F?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, your first one. On what temperature scale,
Fahrenheit.
Geo? What is the surname of the Italian American who won the 1938 Nobel Prize in Physics?
Ooh.
Fabrizio.
What is the surname of the Italian American who won the 1938 Nobel Prize in Physics?
Oh, Fermi.
Yes. Galvin.
I grew up near Fermi Lab. That's the only reason
Oh,
I know.
really?
Yeah.
What leg bone is the
Femur.
largest? Mike. How often something happens?
Frequent.
C. Frequency.
Frequency. Geo finished it first. The nuclear type of what process power active
Fusion.
stars? That was hard to get out. I'm sorry, Mike.
What?
Yeah. Oh. Toward what point are light rays made to converge?
Focal.
Focal point. I don't know.
You're on the right track. Focus.
I was gonna say.
What halogen has an atomic number of 9?
Freon.
What halogen has an atomic number of 9?
I don't know.
Fluorine. What tubes connected to the uterus to
Fallopian.
ovaries? Fallopian is correct. Pap.
That was Gio.
Geo gets the point. And Pap, we are halfway there.
Galvin has a single point on the board. Michael has 2, and Gio is your leader right now by 1. He's winning with 3.
Can I say that was
There
a
you go.
tough one, and you nailed it, Joe.
Thank you,
You
Michael.
did good. People always crap on you, and you don't do a good
I
job.
know.
People.
I know. Well, everyone.
All right, F in science. Your next one. The leaves of what species of
Fern.
plants? Mike? They're called fronds. Fun fact. What medical condition is characterized by damage to skin and tissue due to extreme cold?
Frostbite.
Mike? What term loosely refers to the potential reproductive capacity of an individual
Fertilization.
or population?
Fertilizing.
Fertility.
Fecundity.
Oh,
Oh.
we weren't even close.
Oh, yeah.
Fecundity.
What is that word?
Easy.
Fecundity.
Say it slow.
No.
Yeah.
No.
That girl had great fecundity.
When she walked, she went fecundity.
Yeah, that was good.
What location on a phase diagram represents the transition from liquid to solid?
Liquid.
What location?
Freezing.
Freeze.
Frost.
I would let you finish. Freezing point
Oh, come on.
is what I needed.
Come on.
No point.
No point.
Freezing point.
What entity is measured in newtons?
Figs.
Furlongs. Figs. That was good.
Newton is
What
a
entity
measurement
is
of-
measured in newtons?
It is.
I don't know.
Force.
Damn it.
What diagram displays the feeding connection between many organisms in an ecosystem?
Fin.
Food pyramid.
I don't know.
You were close, Mike. Food web.
Oh.
Shows who eats who. Along what lines are many earthquakes begun?
Fault.
Mike and Pap, we are on the last three.
Galvin still with 1 point. Gio at 3. And Michael is your leader right now. He's winning with 5.
Ooh,
Oh, man.
still time.
All right, we are doing F in science. Last three. Here we go. What force always acts against the motion of an object? What force always acts against the motion of an object?
I don't know.
Friction.
Oh.
Okay.
Joe with the
Good
point.
For, yeah, good for you.
No point. Yeah, not playing, jerk.
Yeah, pay attention.
Poor Joe.
What part of an incandescent light bulb
Fluorescent.
emits light after being heated?
What part of the light bulb?
Yes.
I know it.
I don't know the word.
Filament.
Filament.
Filament. No point.
Didn't know that one, Joe?
Yeah.
And your last one.
I need this.
What term refers to the preserved remains and traces of organisms from the past?
Fossil.
Mike.
Fossil.
Guys on fire.
Your final score, Galvin with 1 point on the board, Gio with 3, and Michael is your triumphant champion today. He won with 6.
Currently the 2-roll holder, working on my 3rd rule. I don't think that's ever happened before.
Sure it has.
It has?
Yeah.
We had, at one point, we had like 10
Yeah.
rules.
All right.
No.
But that's when we were just doing 3 wins at a time.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
And then we changed the rule that you had to get more every time.
Right.
But I don't
Thank
know.
you, Carmen.
Yeah.
I was 3-time, 10-time champion.
No, you were 2-time. You were
3-time, 10-time
No,
champion.
you were not. You were 1-time. I was 2-time.
3-time, 10-time champion.
You're 2-time
The guy who
champion
can't
liar.
remember what happened
Trust
3 minutes
me,
ago.
I remember that one.
Yeah.
I remember that one.
I don't think that's ever
I
happened
remember
before.
the all-time
Yeah, it happened
greatest,
like 9 times.
all-time greatest one.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, Michael, you're so good as sparkle. I will sign you up for Holly OnlyFans. You can see her. Milky Bajilky.
We like it.
Oh, Michael, you know the F word of the science. Ollie will be on OnlyFans.
That's the F for
More
fans.
F words will come.
Very excited. Very excited for all of that.
What was the second rule?
The Val Kilmer one.
Oh, yeah, that's
No,
sucks.
it's not really
That was
that.
no.
Mike Calta Show. Who is this?
Hey, good morning. This is Nick.
Good morning, Nick. Congratulations. You are the winner. I will put you on hold. Carmen will grab you during the break and we'll hook you up with your choice of tickets. Okay, buddy?
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you for listening. There you go. That is line 8, Carmen.
Got it.
Galvin, what do we have coming up in news?
Coming up in news today, Bring Me to Life, Florida Face-Off, and Shut It Down.
Shut it down. All right. Galvin has your news. We'll take a quick break, come back, and we'll do that next. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. A couple of things. We have an Instagram page. I would like you to go look at it. Gio, I'd like you to look at it too.
Okay.
At the Mike Calta Show. I put up something yesterday that I'm curious to see what people think about because WrestleMania is this weekend. And we often hear the Mount Rushmore of wrestling. I put up what I think my Mount Rushmore is, and that is The Rock, Hulk Hogan, The Undertaker, and Stone Cold Steve Austin. I think it was tough.
That's very tough.
It was tough, and I'm part of me thinks Andre needs to be up there, but then Andre didn't last as long as a lot of these guys. Like he didn't last as long as Undertaker. A little baby hiccup snuck in there. Then a lot of people are saying Flair, but I'm thinking I'm more of a WWF guy, WWE guy, so I don't really know. I mean, yes, Flair deserves to be up there, but
he's
when
close.
you only got 4. I mean, in my opinion, there is nobody bigger than The Rock, and there's nobody bigger than Hogan. And then in the 90s, there was nobody bigger than Austin and nobody bigger than Undertaker. And Undertaker did it better and longer than anybody.
Yeah, Undertaker for sure has to because he was the longevity alone.
And the quality of his wrestling. I said to him one time, I'm like, how much longer? And then in like early 2000s, I was like, how much longer do you want to do this? Because he's got to be close to 60.
And I think Hogan pushed wrestling into like the mainstream
100%.
and made it like a thing.
100%.
And then
The Rock took it to a completely different level.
The Rock and Stone Cold, I mean,
Yeah, I mean, and Stone Cold changed that whole era, that whole 90s era.
No, but I think that's pretty solid, actually.
Well, if you want to look and put your suggestions up there, a lot of people, I would say the number one thing that they're saying is Flair. Except who do you take off to put Flair in there?
Yeah, that's the problem.
That's hard.
Because you can't go to an event without hearing, woo!
Right. And also, I think for me, what hurt me on that, because also Dusty.
Yeah.
But what hurt it for me was being from the Northeast and it being so territorial when I was a kid. I didn't really know Dusty I knew Flair, but I didn't know Dusty, the legend that Dusty was until I came down here. You know what I mean? Because he was like every once in a while you'd see him, but I didn't know. What's that?
He's from South.
South, yeah.
Southern.
Every once in a while you'd see him, and I didn't really relate to him very well because he was all, I'm in the South. And I'm like, I don't get this guy.
Yeah, I think based on what those 4 did for wrestling, that's pretty solid.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's up there if you want to see it at the Mike Calta Show. Also, if you didn't get to him yesterday, my sexy pictures are up from my thing. Surprisingly, not a lot of girls sliding in my DMs. Yeah, I was very upset with that.
I thought for sure.
A lot of guys making comments, not a lot of girls sliding into my DM. I had explained it to my wife. I said, no, I'm saying like if I was on a dating site. She was like, yeah, good luck. Good luck with that.
What'd she think of the pictures?
She didn't care.
Oh.
She didn't even.
The fact that somebody said Mike Face is worse than Pete Face.
Yeah.
That was pretty.
It was very offended.
That was pretty bad.
Very offended. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to check in with Galvin. He has today's news.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show.
What do we have in news today, Galvin?
Today's top story, some sad news out of Tallahassee. The suspect accused of gunning down 2 people and injuring 6 others at Florida State University on Thursday is the son of a local sheriff's deputy, according to authorities, and spent time training with law enforcement and serving on the Sheriff's Advisory Council in the years before his alleged attack. When he was taken into custody, Phoenix Eichner, 20 years old, was carrying a handgun that used to be the service weapon of the sheriff's deputy, Jessica Eichner, according to officials. Phoenix was a member of the Sheriff's Youth Advisory Council, which is designed to, quote, provide an open line of communication between the youth of Leon County and local law enforcement, according to a news release from 2021. They described him as a long-standing member of the council.
I'm sure we'll find out in the coming days what his motive was and why he was brought to the, got to the breaking point, but what a scary situation as it unfolded yesterday after we finished the show. I have my nephew Dylan lives on campus and was headed over to that area to get food.
Yeah.
Was told to stay in. My nephew Charlie is up there, and some other friends that I have. I don't want to mention the names, but some friends that I know. One guy had a son who was there who saw it all go down and saw the guy running with the gun and all that. I mean, it's horrifying when it comes to it being your kids.
Yeah, almost all my friends are all Tallahassee, Florida State people. So the timelines, my phone was blowing up. A buddy of mine, his daughter and wife were up there because she's going to school there, so he was freaking out.
A lot of kids were getting ready to leave too because of
the
Easter.
Weekend. Yeah, so his wife was up there to pick up his daughter to come back down here this weekend. And he's freaking out, and it was just wild, man. It's crazy. It's like your worst nightmare.
I don't know. I was telling my wife yesterday. I wasn't anywhere near being a troubled kid, but I definitely had, because I have anxiety and depression now that I'm treated for. But I didn't really understand it when I was a kid, and I was way too arrogant to kill myself. Like I never had suicidal thoughts. But when you're a teenager and you're going through all that stuff, you do think, well, if I did something to myself, that would really punish my parents. Never did I was like, I'll take out innocent people. Like, I can't comprehend that.
I saw that, there's video of him, and he's just like casually walking through the Union and just starts firing at people.
Just the picture of him with that forced smile.
Yeah.
It just looks like, he was an odd duck. You know what I mean? Like you just look at him and go,
And that area is probably the most busiest area on the entire.
And that's where where the people go to eat and
the
stuff.
student union. There's a big food court there. It's like all your when you register, everything's there. That's like literally one of the most busiest sections of the entire campus.
Yeah, that's such a scary thing. I mean, anybody sending their kid away from college is always worried about that. I mean, you take your kids to high school every day.
Yeah, and my buddy, he was here, and he's like freaking out because you feel helpless.
Yeah,
like, what do I do?
Yeah.
He's like, maybe she should have went to USF. I was like, you know what, man, like
it could happen.
It could literally happen anywhere. And one thing about it, there was a shooting in the library at Florida State, back in like 2014,
right,
and stuff. So even now. Like they said the reaction time from police was like within 5 minutes.
Yeah,
because you've got Florida State Police, you've got Leon County Police, you've got Capital City Police.
Probably have
so
security
it's like,
guards.
Yeah, you've got with the state capitol right there. You've got so much law enforcement that they reacted within 5 minutes. They took this guy down.
Yeah,
and the fact that he survived is very surprising.
Yeah, usually that's the first thing you hear. Either he took himself out or they took him out of the scene.
Like they shot him, but he survived.
I'm interested to see what his motive was and why he was, what his whole thing is going to be. Is he depressed? Is he crazy?
Everybody's digging through his stuff now, like on social media, and he was like, they got pictures of it at different protests, and
he was a political science major, and he was quoted in one of the newspapers as there was a rally against Trump and stuff, and he said, it's kind of too late now. He's been already inaugurated, like he's the president and stuff, so you're too late to do anything,
Everybody, both sides are trying to politicize it to their advantage as quick as possible, so it's the whole thing's just really sad.
They're showing it up on the news right now. I mean, I can't think of anything certainly scary for the kids, but if you're a parent of that child and like Gio said, you feel helpless, you're so far away, and there's nothing all you want to do is protect your kid,
In different Florida news, Panama City Beach, Florida is declaring that its time as a hotspot for spring breakers has come to an end, saying it, quote, can no longer be a spring break town. Authorities in Panama City Beach, the police chief said, every year we try to manage it, and every year it brings more challenges. I'm not willing to risk the safety of our city to hold on to something that no longer works. He also added that law enforcement officers should not be expected to shoulder the burden of an event that no longer aligns with the values or vision of this community.
How do you stop that?
You come here. You tell them. Just put it out there.
But,
we are going to crack down on everything. Any walking around with beers, any beers on the beach, any underage drinking, any of that stuff, we're going to shut it down.
Miami did that, remember? And they were like closing their clubs earlier and saying that they were giving out tickets on the beach and stuff like that.
Fun. And
Make sure that they can't rent a hotel or anything or do any of that stuff.
I just went to Panama City a couple weeks ago for my daughter's soccer tournament. It's kind of a dump. It's
definitely a dump.
It's really
dirty. But it's only good for spring break.
It's really run down over here. It's like the big club there used to be like Club La Vila. That's gone and like torn down. Like it's really,
that's not even there anymore?
No, not even there.
Oh wow. So
like
the Spinnaker,
I think that's gone
right
too.
Next to it? Well,
yeah, like the whole town in general is very run down.
Yeah,
A lot of
that's
clothes
one of those
stuff.
things where they look at it and they go, "Look what it did to us! It ran us
Yeah.
down, and now they're trying to rebuild it up." Then you get it like Clearwater is, and Clearwater. I kind of like Clearwater Beach. It's not as rowdy by any means,
Yeah.
but they got some nice clubs over there, and they got some nice bars over there, and it's clean, and it's a good kind of controlled crowd.
When I lived in Tallahassee, we would drive over to Panama City. It's only 2 hours.
Yeah.
And you would gain an hour going over because the time changed. So you could leave at like 9 in Tallahassee and you'd get there at 10 Panama City time. And
Who's
it was
driving 2 hours to go party.
all time.
Really?
Yeah.
We used to go over, and it was great because when I worked in the nightclub business, they would come over. We'd take care of them and give them local cards or VIP
Yeah.
cards and stuff. So then they'd take care of us over there. And I remember going over during Panama City and just lines out the thing, and they're charging 18 because it was 18 and up to get in. So if you're 18, whatever, it was like $50 to
Right.
get in, something crazy.
50?
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
And there's just a line out the door, and I just strolled right on through with my VIP card. And they're like, "Boo!" And I'm like showing it to them. I'm like, beat it, you nerds.
Yeah. we would drive over for concerts and stuff.
It was fun. I mean,
Yeah.
that was the place to be. MTV was there.
Yeah.
They had all the different bands, all the different dance music. It was right on the beach. Like, that was it. That was the spot.
Oh,
But yeah,
a-
it's a dirty area.
It really is.
Too many people. Too many people.
Hadn't been in years, and I was surprised how run down it is.
It's not too many people whenever you're young, though. When
Yeah,
you're young,
no,
you're
yeah.
like, this is the place to be. Now you're like, oh, not in a million years am I going there. The 2024-2025 National Hockey League regular season concluded with Tampa Bay Lightning right wing Nikita Kucherov capturing his third career and second straight Art Ross Trophy as the league's scoring champion. The Tampa Bay Lightning have officially locked in their first round opponent for the 2025 Stanley Cup playoffs. It's a familiar face. The Bolts will face off against their cross-state rivals, the Florida Panthers, in the Best of Florida showdown. Tampa Bay will open the series at home ice at Amalie Arena with Game 1 set for 8:30 p.m. on Tuesday, April 22nd, followed by Game 2 also at home at 6:30 on Thursday, April 24th.
Good luck, and you'll get to hear all the games here on 102.5 The Bone.
That's it, yeah,
as
playoff
we
hockey.
advance through the playoffs. Yep.
Playoff hockey is the most exciting hockey for sure.
Oh, it's hardcore, man.
It's great. It's
Then
great.
you find out that half the one player had a broken leg and still
Yeah.
played.
Yeah.
Other guy had a torn sternum and he still played.
In for it. Other sporting news. WrestleMania 41 takes place this Saturday and Sunday from Las Vegas. As always, the event is stacked with big matches featuring the top names in WWE. Night one of the event is headlined by a triple threat match.
I wonder if I even know who these people are.
You
Oh,
do.
yeah, you do.
Between three of the biggest superstars on the main roster, as Seth Rollins
Okay.
takes on CM Punk
Okay.
and Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
The match serves as Punk's first WrestleMania main event.
Wow.
Royal Rumble will also go down. And then on the women's side, they have WWE champion Tiffany Stratton will put her title on the line against legendary Charlotte Flair. Night one of WrestleMania 41 takes place on April 19th, so that's tomorrow. It'll live stream on Peacock beginning at 7 p.m.
Not on Netflix?
No, only Raw is on Netflix.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's weird. Okay, question. What is the John Cena match?
That's Sunday night
Who is that?
against Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
going to be great.
that-
I think Cena's going to win.
and then retire?
I think he's going to win, and then he'll have another short little run as the champion,
Yeah.
and then go out.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I probably will put my eyes on it at some point, whether it's highlights on the internet or whatever. But
Yeah, I'll throw it on for sure.
yeah, I would have been an exciting one to go to in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah, that stadium. Galvin's been to that stadium. It's amazing.
It's unbelievable. It's really cool.
it's so funny how far they've come with it. The first one at Madison Square Garden
Oh, yeah.
with no pyro, no nothing. And now look at them; they're taking over a city for 2 days or for a week because they've been out there now doing the fan
Yeah.
city and all that.
The last one that was here was so weird because it was during COVID still kind of.
Yeah, we got screwed out of that one.
And it was limited capacity because they canceled the one time.
Right.
And then a year later, they had it in Raymond James Stadium. And I went, and it was just weird.
Yeah,
It
that
like
was a weird time.
Half capacity, and I don't know.
It's great to have stuff here. I mean, obviously, because we're here and we can go to it. And, the Super Bowl was here and the Steelers were here. I got to go see that. That was unbelievable.
Yeah.
But really, I think everything should just be in Vegas. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Like,
it's not. It
It's really
has
built
the
for that.
capacity to hold everybody.
they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
It has everything you need out there.
They're
Like,
adding baseball. They're building a baseball stadium out
Yeah.
there. So
Yeah, because
Who's going to be playing out there? Is it going to be a new
Oakland.
team?
The A's, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
the A's. Oh, nice.
The A's are over there, and then who is playing in a minor league stadium besides the Rays? There's another team.
Oh, there is?
Yeah, there's another team. I forgot who it was.
I
Who's
don't know.
playing in a minor league stadium right now because they're still working on their stadium.
Nah, I'm not a big baseball guy.
Last night, the Yankees were in town to take on the Rays at Steinbrenner Field, and they had to go into the visitor locker room. How weird
Yeah.
is that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's strange.
Yeah.
We talked about this the other day, how we love whenever people spill the tea. We want to hear the gossip and
We're
stuff.
like little girls.
Yeah, well, an expert says that gossiping can be good for you because it can be a helpful way to protect us from harmful situations, also provide an emotional release, and be a way of showing the people around us what we don't want for ourselves.
Trying to think of what the best scoop that I ever got. I would think that it would be the first person that I knew that was transgender.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Well, I don't know whether first, whatever, but are you talking about?
Erica.
Yeah, whenever because you spilled that to us, and you're like, oh, you're not going to believe this.
Because Erica did not tell me, somebody else told me.
Oh.
And we had noticed that Eric at the time had some ridiculous hair going on, and we knew something was happening. And then somebody else told me, and I went, oh. And then it made a lot more sense. That was so like, I wanted to tell you, I wanted to be like, you're not going to believe this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just one of those, it's just, you're not going to believe this.
Do you know who my first guess was, Gio? Whenever he said somebody we know is transitioning from male to female. My first guess was?
I don't know.
Pap.
No, I said, Moose?
Oh, that already happened.
Moose went from a fat guy to a skinny lesbian.
Yep. Of course, Easter is coming up this weekend. A new poll found the most popular Easter candy in 2025 is, and I think we all agree, Reese's peanut butter eggs.
Yeah.
That's number one. Chocolate bunnies and Cadbury cream eggs are tied for second. Then you got jelly beans, always a staple. You got to have some jelly beans. Peeps, your favorite, ranks sixth with only 7% of the vote.
I know a lot of people don't like the Peeps. I like the Peeps. I also, for years, when my mother would make us Easter baskets, gave me a vanilla bunny because I didn't like a white
really?
chocolate bunny. Yeah, because I didn't like the chocolate.
Did you see the restaurant, whatever hot dog place that had the hot dog with Peeps as the bun?
No.
Would you try that?
No, too sweet.
So it was a joke. The guy put it out there as a joke, whatever. But people are like, well, I mean, if you put it on the menu, I think I'd try it.
I had a hard time mixing a hot dog with the sweetness of the sugar of the Peeps, but I feel like there's something to be done with Peeps. We just haven't figured it out yet. Like there's something to be made with them.
I do not like them. They're too sugary.
I do. I love it. Love it. I'm a guy who'll eat old circus peanuts.
Yeah,
You know,
see, I
like
can't stand
old-
those either. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're kind
Circus
of
peanuts, I like. The Peeps are just too chewy and weird. The texture and the sugary, and I'm just like, nah.
I feel like they're both like in the same kind of group.
Yeah, I told you I bought the candy coated Whoppers the other day, and they were fantastic. And I had a half a bag left, and I had to throw them out the other day. It hurt.
Can I tell you
my soul.
the absolute worst candy in any situation ever? The worst candy, in my opinion, are the little black and orange wrapped waxy whatever that stuff is.
Like
that
the taffy.
yeah, but it's not even good. It's like old crayons or something. It's weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
It's like so.
It's like a cheap Halloween candy.
Very cheap. Yeah. It's like here's a candy bar and some of these.
Candy for Easter way better than candy for Halloween.
Yeah.
You're getting just miniatures of all the good stuff, and in Easter time they're rolling out special brands and
Flavors.
Anybody doing full candy bars for Halloween?
no, I don't get enough kids over here.
Yeah.
We don't either. We
Yeah.
don't get a lot. One year we had a ton, and then that was
My neighborhood is always slam packed that it would cost me a fortune.
yeah.
Yeah.
We don't get enough kids, and usually because of Juliana, we're out trick or treating, so we miss most of the night anyway. And they just take it out of the thing. If we put whole bars in there,
Full size candy bars like $2-3 now.
Oh yeah. Now
Yeah.
I guess it's probably crazy. She is 11 or 12 now.
She's 12. I don't know that she'll do it anymore.
I was
mean,
wondering,
yeah.
because boys are like, I can still get away with it. I'm 17, whatever, because you just want candy. But I'm wondering, girls, if they're like, no, I'm over it. I'm not doing Halloween.
They all hang out together and they all go together, so it's a different thing. It's like let's just eat candy and hang out together, as opposed to going door to door with your parents.
Right,
it's a different kind of thing.
It's interesting because sometimes we talk about people, you haven't heard about this person for a while. We talk about them, they're dead within the week. But also, sometimes we talk about these people and then they kind of make a little bit of a comeback.
Who
it's
do
like,
we bring back to life?
We brought back Alicia Silverstone.
Oh,
remember we talked about her a couple weeks ago. Haven't seen her,
video,
talking about Clueless and all this and that. Well, a Clueless sequel TV series is in the works with Alicia Silverstone returning as Cher. No word if anyone else from the original is returning or what the series will be about, but she's going to be in it.
She's got to be like in her 40s, so it's got to be the next generation.
Yeah,
I
would have to imagine she's the mom of,
But is that pertinent anymore? Because that whole style of, I don't know. They may upgrade them.
They're still young, dumb girls that, you know what I mean? Like that's still.
But it's different style than that was.
As the audience is nostalgia, though. It's people my age that saw the movie when they're in high school.
Yeah, but
that's who they're going for. That's the audience they're going for. They're not going for new
stay at home wives.
Yeah,
they run out of ideas.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
They're always recycling stuff. And
does Alicia Silverstone still look hot?
Yeah, I've seen her recently. Yeah, and she looks good. It's amazing actually how good she looks and how much she still looks like she did when she was in.
She still had that dumb mouth. That's perfect.
Yeah.
When she was first in the crazy and the crying videos, it was like, who is that?
Yeah.
I got to tell you, I would have kicked her out of the way for Liv Tyler though. Liv Tyler, I thought was so hot.
I would have kicked them both out of the way for Stacey Dash.
Yeah.
Stacey Dash, when she popped up in those Kanye videos with those eyes, I was like, what is going on here with this chick?
But also, Stacey Dash was 40 years old.
Yeah, I know. But she looked as good as the rest of them, man.
Yeah, which is wild that you're 40 and you're playing a high school student.
Yep. I wonder if that movie holds up, Clueless. I have not watched it in, I don't know how long.
It's still enjoyable.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still enjoyable.
Funny.
Yeah. It was never really funny. It was just okay.
At the time, yeah. It was funny. I remember being in high school and everybody was repeating everything from the movie.
Oh, I saw it in the theater.
Wasn't that, I think that may have been Paul Rudd's first movie?
Yes.
Or one of his first.
Probably.
Yes, that was his first movie.
He's very young.
Yeah.
Little kid.
He still looks the same, too.
He's great.
Then he makes out with his stepsister at the end, and everybody just claps.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
His much younger stepsister.
Yeah.
All right.
Because Carla's husband was his father.
I'm going to watch it today.
Tortelli's. Oh, yeah? I think I'll be happy never seeing it again.
Just let it be.
Just let it be.
Yeah, probably a good idea. This you'll want to see. Director Sean Levy and Ryan Gosling took the stage in Tokyo, Japan for Star Wars Celebration, officially announcing their upcoming project, Star Wars Starfighter.
Ryan Gosling?
Ryan Gosling.
All right, I like that.
Set 5 years after The Rise of Skywalker, 2019, the new installment is set to go into production this fall and premiere May 28th, 2027, exclusively in theaters. Levy said, there are many rumors, some true, some not. This is not a prequel. This is not a sequel. It's a whole new adventure.
Pass.
He's Ryan Gosling?
No, I don't care about it. It's going to be garbage. Anything Disney Star Wars is complete, total garbage.
Wasn't Solo Disney?
Yes.
That was good.
Rogue One was
good.
Was good. Solo was good. And the first half of The Mandalorian was good.
Yes.
The Boba Fett show, garbage. I mean, they're making.
What about this Andor or whatever it is? Is that any?
I haven't watched Andor, but a lot of people said it was good.
Yeah.
And there's a new season of that getting ready to come out. But yeah, the Obi-Wan show was horrible, so disappointing.
Mm-hmm.
Like Disney just ruined Star Wars.
Remember whenever they were talking about Solo and they were saying that kid couldn't act and they had to bring in Harrison Ford to talk to him and all that stuff? It turned out to be great.
Yeah, I thought that kid did a good job.
I liked it. Yeah.
The movie was good. The kid did a good job. The only thing that left me hanging was at the end, you had Darth Maul.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to see more of that. That would have been great.
And they just didn't do anything with that.
No.
It went to whatever.
Yeah. I think Ryan Gosling looks like a Jedi. I think he he leads the new Star Wars. I think that's good.
Yeah,
you get
I
a
don't
good
know.
actor in there. That's good.
I've got very, very low expectations with anything Disney, man. They destroyed it all.
Wow.
Also, it seems like Ryan Gosling is doing everything Harrison Ford did.
Yeah,
Blade Runner, now Star Wars. You know,
yeah, because there's a Mandalorian movie coming out as well next year.
I don't know that I care about that.
I'll probably go see. I mean, I'm an idiot. I'm gonna go see all this stuff, even though I just bitch about it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say this is the same thing. They can't come up with anything new, so they just keep making the same thing.
Well, they can keep expanding that universe. So you know,
boring.
And there's another movie with Ray Skywalker, Daisy Ridley coming out. Too.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh,
she signed
man.
on for like 2 more movies,
Ooh.
and those were garbage too.
Oh, I didn't think they were garbage.
They
They
were-
weren't great, but they weren't garbage.
The Force Awakens was okay, even though it was just a regurgitated version of A New Hope. But then after that, the Last Jedi, horrible.
Yeah.
The other one, Rise of Skywalker, horrible.
Kylo Ren could have been so cool, and they kind of ruined
they
that.
just destroyed it. It was dumb.
So I don't know whether I just didn't pay attention or whatever. So she's a Skywalker. So Luke is her father.
No.
she is the Emperor's
Yeah.
granddaughter.
She's related to the Emperor
But why does she go by Skywalker? then?
because Luke trained her or some garbage. Because
so
it's
she
stupid.
took his name
Because it's stupid. That's why. It's just garbage. It makes me so angry.
It's a bunch of grown men
they
arguing over Star Wars.
They retcon everything and they ruin the original trilogy. It's what the problem is. Like Darth Vader's no longer the hero. He ends up being, just a little bitch, which I hate.
Yeah, but I mean, he was in his time.
Yeah.
He was quite the menace.
Like it's horrible. Don't get me started. You'll hear this on my podcast.
Wow. Wow.
I hate Disney Star Wars so much.
How about this? Jake Paul is set to face
Who cares?
Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.
Big deal.
at the cruiserweight this summer. Yeah, this was a big deal like 6 years ago when
Yeah.
I said that's who he should have fought because
Right.
he's a name and stuff and everything. Chavez Jr., the son of legendary Mexican boxer Julio Cesar Chavez, is 39 years old. So he's already 39 years old. He was the WBC middleweight title holder from 2011 to 2012. He has a record of 54-6-1 with 34 knockouts. He defeated UFC fighter Uriah Hall via a 6-round decision on Paul's undercard last summer. His first bout was his first bout in like 3 years. Unlike Paul's event with Mike Tyson in November, this bout will not be streamed on Netflix. Paul is 11-1 with 7 KOs. He was closing in on a deal to fight Canelo Alvarez next month.
That would have been the deal. That would have been something else.
That would have been ridiculous.
Yeah.
That would have ended 30 seconds.
Oh,
I
I
think.
don't know about that.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Alvarez would have destroyed him.
Yeah.
I'm saying 30 seconds
Yeah.
jokingly.
At least you would give him the credit of getting in the ring
With a real boxer.
a legit fighter.
Yeah, so that was set to happen next month, but it collapsed in the 11th hour as boxing's top star is signed with Riyadh season deal. So he signed a 4-fight deal with them. I mean, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
People watch it. It'll be just like the other ones.
I mean, people are watching because they like Logan Paul now. Or Jake Paul. Nobody's watching because they think this is going to be a good boxing match.
no, I think they've created a whole new audience of boxing fans because
Yeah.
they think that's what boxing is because they like the Paul brothers.
Yeah.
I would like to
I don't
see...
dislike them. I just think this is
No,
a dumb
yeah.
idea.
No,
Same.
and it's always the same thing. It's always, his next fight, he's fighting another old guy.
Yeah.
Another old boxer.
Yeah, I don't dislike them either.
That hasn't fought in 3 years, And then, yeah, that should have happened 5 years ago. It's just like whenever the Pacquiao Mayweather fight, that fight should have happened 4 years before it did.
Yeah.
And then it was like, okay, whatever. But that was huge. It was a big fight. Made a lot of money.
That Tyson thing was embarrassing.
That really was.
It was embarrassing for Tyson. It was, I don't know how you're proud of it if you're Jake Paul. I mean, if you're Jake Paul, you take the idea of fighting Mike Tyson, though. You do. You get that opportunity, you take it.
Yeah, and all the money.
And you win, yeah.
Yeah, but it was just really bad. Morgan Wallen co-wrote 22 of the 37 songs that's on his new album. He has 37 songs. The new album called I'm the Problem. It'll also feature his first ever female collaboration with Tate McRae. She's going to be on there. Has some other collabs with Post Malone, Eric Church, Hardy, and Ernest.
I like the fact that, like when we were kids, when I was a kid, my radio station was Z100 for music, and you'd go from Michael Jackson into Madonna into Prince into Tears for Fears. Like it was almost all genres of music were under the pop, banner.
Yeah.
That's how this is to me. Like now, like he's a country artist doing songs with Post Malone and Tate McRae and all that. I like that. It's like there's no lines being drawn. Everybody just kind of does their own thing together.
Yeah.
I find that to be entertaining, and it'll cause artists to cross over easier.
Well, it's funny because also, like, when I was younger and somebody listened to this and then they listened to that, you're like, no, you listen to it's like you're not listening to that if you're listening to this.
You're a disco or metalhead.
Yeah. And if you listen to other, you're a poser. Get out of here. But yeah, now everybody does everything with. But also, like, Post Malone started as country, and those other guys are country. But then Tate McRae is totally
Post
pop.
Malone started as rap.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm sorry, he started as rap and then went to country.
Yeah, he did his rap, and then he did his kind of like, I don't know, pop rap,
R&B,
R&B. Yeah, and then
I all of a sudden started wearing like tight jeans and like he had the whole costume to be a country artist too.
Yeah,
not just singing
I buy
songs.
it from him though. I feel like they come from him. I feel like those songs are in him, and he's so.
I think he's just so talented. Like one lane is just not enough. Like he can do everything.
I think it's also a money grab.
I wish he didn't get those face tattoos.
He's had them.
I know they bug me so much.
You never would have heard of him if he didn't have the face tattoos.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I believe that. I want to wholeheartedly believe that. And if Jelly Roll wasn't fat with face tattoos, nobody would care.
That's probably true.
Yeah,
They both have good songs. I love Jelly Roll.
Yeah, I mean, but it's also you can create an artist. You know what I mean?
That's
you
true.
can create a whatever. Not, I guess, artist isn't the right word.
They're both like characters.
Yeah.
I don't know any of Jelly Roll's music other than that one song.
You might like it.
I'm
he's
not
got some
against
good
it.
stuff.
I don't know. Pray to God. I know that one.
So I don't know whether you know this. I saw this the other day and I went, oh, that blows my mind. A guy totally tore down that movie with Josh Hartnett, the new M. Night Shyamalan movie. What is that called?
Got the concert?
Yeah.
I don't know what that
Trapped. Did you know? He goes, this whole thing is such a setup. It's such a stupid thing. Did you know the girl that is the artist that's doing the concert and stuff? That's M. Night's daughter, and she wants to have a music career. So he basically did a movie, big music video for her. He goes, why does it make sense that we're seeing 3 minutes of this song in the thing when they're like, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
They're showing the whole performance and doing all of a sudden it's like,
You know why? Because you love your kids.
Yeah, I would do the same damn thing if I'm
That's
him.
why Kevin Smith put his wife in jail and Silent Bob Strike Back.
His daughter's in a bunch of movies too.
It's what you do for your family.
But
Adam Sandler puts his wife in every movie.
Yeah, but isn't that funny though? That
Yeah.
It's like, that makes so much sense now that that's his daughter. Because it was like, why are we watching 5 minutes of a,
I'm not mad at him.
Adam Sandler, I think, does just about enough of his wife.
Yeah.
Like it's enough where you go, oh, look, there's his wife. And then you're not bothered by it.
Yeah.
She's never a main character, but always involved.
Well, Judd Apatow puts his kids and his wife in
but
them.
his wife's a solid actress. And
Yeah,
his kids,
that is true.
His kids were so great in This is 40. Yeah.
And his
And
wife
is it-
was an actress before.
That's true.
And isn't his one daughter in that scary vampire movie? That's his oldest daughter. That's the girl.
She might be, yeah.
I don't know.
She's starting to do a lot more stuff now.
Right.
You mean Maud? Who names their kid Maud?
Yeah. What scary vampire movie, Carmen?
Luke. Oh, it's on. I see
Come
it all.
on, sound it out.
No, I have no idea. It's a scary vampire movie. I know Galvin has seen it. It's recent. It came out like last year. Starts with an L. The vampire in the castle.
Oh, Nosferatu?
Nosferatu. Sorry.
starts with an L.
Not an L.
Yeah.
It does not start with an L. But
Is she in that?
I think that's who the actor. I think that's who, like in the trailer, the girl
no,
who's like crying. I
no,
think
that's Johnny Depp's daughter, right?
I don't know. I didn't see it.
Oh, it is Depp. Okay,
yeah,
they
yeah.
look a lot alike then.
We're both giving you the on that one.
You can listen when
I see it.
Yeah, in the trailer where in the scene where she's like crying or whatever in the room, it looks a lot like the older daughter of Apatow
Okay.
to me.
Yeah, it looks
movie-
like that she just did some episodes of Euphoria. She's not taking all the episodes of Euphoria.
Lily Rose, Depp, or Maud?
Ahmad.
Maud.
Yeah.
That show that Depp's daughter had on HBO with The Weeknd
Oh yeah.
made me hate The Weeknd. I'm telling you right now, between that and Uncut Gems, I hate The Weeknd.
I got to tell you, I thought he did a pretty good
He
job.
did a
in
good
there.
job. He did a good job.
As
But he
being
played
a gross slime ball.
gross slime ball that
Yeah.
made me dislike him. Yeah. He did a good job acting wise.
And she just was like, how much do you want me to be naked in this?
Yeah.
And do dirty stuff.
The one episode I saw, I can't even talk about it. The one episode I saw, there were some leaked videos, some leaked pictures,
Mm-hmm.
and they were describing some acts, and it was hot, but I don't know. I don't even want to say anything else.
All right.
It's good.
Dolly Parton has a new book coming out November 11th. It's called Star of the Show, My Life on Stage, featuring stories and photos from her iconic career. Also going to be an audiobook read by Dolly Parton herself.
Oh, that's delightful.
When I was growing up in Tennessee.
I believe, I know nothing about Dolly Parton personally or her life, but in my life, I believe that she had an open marriage.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Because there were all these rumors about her and Kenny Rogers and Stallone and all that. Who?
Burt
Reynolds, yeah.
And her husband was like there, but behind the scenes,
Right.
not like the
Spotlight.
I think he got cucked out a couple of times.
She claims they've been faithful the entire time.
Yeah, but do they say faithful or they just say together? I don't
But
know if they
also
say faithful.
Faithful in an open marriage.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like you can still consider that being faithful if he knows about it and is okay with it.
I outright asked Kenny Rogers and he said no. But I
big
didn't believe
part
it.
of her like franchise is that she's like Southern Christian, holy.
Right.
That's like a big thing for her.
I said to Kenny Rogers, did you and Dolly ever hook up? And he said, no, we knew that if we did, it would ruin our relationship. And I was like, ooh, that's such a lame excuse. That's second only to we're just good friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm willing to ruin this friendship. I'm willing to put it on the line.
Man, 9 to 5 Dolly Parton is so hot.
Yeah.
She's so great in that movie.
Best little whorehouse in Texas, Dolly
Oh,
Parton.
that too, yeah. She literally is the Tony Soprano of Pigeon Forge.
Yeah.
They own everything and they control everything, and you don't do anything unless they allow it.
And again, wouldn't you be a cuck for your wife if she was making that much money? And you know what I mean?
I would not let my wife bang Burt Reynolds and Kenny Rogers.
I mean,
Burt
you
Reynolds.
own Tennessee.
Burt Reynolds, yes. Kenny Rogers, no.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe.
Am I watching?
Do I get roasters out of it?
Oh, yeah.
No.
How about that? Rob Lowe was mistaken for who by a Hollywood tour bus driver?
I know that.
Rob Lowe, mistaken for who. They said, oh, there's
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Close.
Carmen, guess?
I saw.
Oh, you saw?
Yeah.
Joe, do you know any actors that are under 90?
No.
Rob Lowe is mistaken for John Stamos
Yeah.
by a
I get
Hollywood
it.
tour bus driver. Yeah, you just see handsome.
And he
Yeah.
did kind of look like John Stamos. His hair looked really dark and he was wearing sunglasses.
Luckily, the tourist knew that it was Rob Lowe. Rob jokingly told the driver that he needs to get a better job. He's like, you can't point out who's who, you know. Speaking of John Stamos, Dave Coulier says he became friends with Charles Barkley by making fart noises at a golf tournament. He said, quote, farts are universal in any language. A fart will make someone laugh. And made Charles Barkley laugh. That was terrible.
Interesting. Somebody sent me a fart song. There's a song that was made about my farts.
Yeah.
The ones that don't smell.
Mm.
I don't know if it's good. Do you want to hear it?
They do smell.
Sure.
They do smell.
They don't smell.
They
I've
do.
been farting all morning. You haven't said a word.
They do smell.
We're in the middle of the news.
Yeah, they're trying to.
Is this somebody doing it, or is this AI, or what is it?
I don't know. I think it's AI. Hold on. Let me pull it up. This is from Alexander. It's called Mike's Farts.
Maybe you guys do this for Pipple Toddler tomorrow night.
All right.
Oh, that's AI.
My farts don't stink. I've been telling these guys they won't listen. They say it's one of my lies.
What?
They often say the smell is heinous. I can't help it. I may have a loose anus. It's not my fault. The hate ain't fair. But my snoring machine fills my methane.
Hey, see?
I gotta tell you, this may be the next Fozzy hit. Yeah.
Inverted bullfrog, I let it fly. My flatulence is beginning to haunt. The other day I farted while at a restaurant. Oh no, it's not my fault. The hate
This sounds like a WWE intro music.
Yeah.
my snoring.
If this is a real person, this would be great.
I love this.
I don't. It's so amazing that this is AI.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
insane.
Thank you, Alexander, for my fart song. I like it a lot. Yeah.
Not
Oh man,
Not so bad.
wow.
Lil Wayne says he will never perform at a Super Bowl halftime show because they blew it by not choosing him for this year's game in his hometown of New Orleans.
He's right.
Yeah, probably.
He's right. Although I liked Kendrick, he's right.
He could. They both could have done it. He could have come out.
Yeah, but I mean, you don't want to play second fiddle to anybody.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it just made sense for him to be the halftime show, but you
I
know.
like when there's like collaborations and stuff.
Yeah, but then he could have brought out other people. It didn't have to
Yeah.
be Kendrick, and Kendrick feels like he's big enough to headline the thing. Did you see the other news about the halftime show?
Did Drake suing and doing all that stuff? Yeah.
Drake says it added to the damages now, the halftime show, and he's 100% right. There was a gazillion people who didn't know who Drake, didn't know about the beef, about the pedophile, and the whole thing. And then this guy's on TV on the Super Bowl calling him a pedophile.
That's how I learned about
Certified pedophile.
I knew nothing about that until Super Bowl.
Yeah, he's right. Drake's right. I don't know. I can't understand how he's gotten away with this, other than the fact that it must be true.
It says Drake is already suing Universal Music for promoting Kendrick Lamar's diss track "Not Like Us."
But he's not suing Kendrick.
Now he says they should pay up for Super Bowl halftime show, which he says was orchestrated to assassinate his character.
He is suing not because of what they said, but because he's saying that they're in the same music group and that they're working against him and that it's hurting. It's damaging his business. He's not suing saying you can't call me a pedophile because I'm not a pedophile.
But they have more money. The record label has more money. If he goes after Kendrick, he's not going to get anything.
Why?
And that's because it's just defamation. It's not like because he's not proving, he's not showing pictures. He's not, you know what I mean? Like he's saying
That
it.
seems-
Because I can call you a scumbag. I can say you're a creep. That's just that. But and again, Kendrick does not have as much money as the record label.
Carmen, I
and
gotta
the way to
tell
go
you,
after
you sound like a good lawyer. You
Yeah.
sound like Drake came to you and said, "I want to sue Kendrick Lamar. I'm mad. He's saying this stuff," and they said, "No. The play is we go after the record company."
You're right, Carmen.
Yeah.
right.
You're right,
It-
because if he goes after the record company, he's got way more resources. Plus, it's so hard that you have to prove the damages.
Right.
And the only way he could prove the damages are probably through record sales or whatever
yeah.
stuff that they have. Yeah. So if Kendrick sells more than he does, that's interesting.
and if they're pushing and if they had like a meeting, because there has to be some type of email or something that shows we are going to push Kendrick more, or you know what I mean, and he can actually prove that
Yeah.
where the damages that Kendrick are doing are not, you know what I mean, because Drake fans are still Drake fans. People are still
I
listening
don't know,
to his,
dude. I mean,
they're falling off, but he's still like, people are still listening to his music. He's still putting out new music. I'm just saying it's easier to prove that the record label is purposely doing that than,
so my Siri only responds to me in the car. So when my daughter wants me to put something on the radio, she has to tell me, and then I have to put it on. So whenever she wants me to play Drake, I go, I don't know. I mean, I'm listening to all this other stuff that's the worst lyrics I've ever heard she's listening to. But when she says Drake, I'm like, he's a pedophile. I can't do it. Yeah, I don't know why. It's stuck in my head now.
He's gonna sue you.
He's a pedophile. Let's listen to Beat It instead. Have you heard Thriller?
You guys know R. Kelly?
I'm looking at FanDuel, and they have the odds of who will play the Super Bowl halftime show next year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ooh, all right, well, tell us who they have.
Okay, number one, with the best odds is Miley Cyrus.
Really?
Yeah, plus 500. Then they have Chapel Roan, number two. Oasis, number three.
Chapel Roan seems like she would be like, "I'm never doing it."
Yeah.
It's too
Yeah,
commercial.
it's too big of an organization.
Yeah.
She's plus 600. Oasis, number three.
Never.
Christina Aguilera, number four.
Oh, really?
That's a good chance.
What? But why? Like,
Because she has like a Vegas residency, or she has some type of show that she does, and she just lost a bunch of weight. So she's like in the media right now.
Yeah.
Where's
There's like-
the Super Bowl at?
It's
San Francisco.
San Francisco, yeah.
Metallica.
Well, next Christina Aguilera, then Sabrina Carpenter is number was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then number 6 Metallica plus plus 1,000.
Because they had Kendrick, I would have to imagine they're going to do a girl next year.
Yeah,
and I think Sabrina Carpenter is like right up that alley.
Maybe because they had rap last year, they're gonna have rock this year.
I got to tell you, Sabrina's dirty.
Yeah.
She's always talking about all kind of stuff in that little breakdown of her song, and she's talking about ding dongs and who knows what.
She's cute. Too.
Yeah, it keeps going. Like Dua Lipa's on here, Billie Eilish, Post Malone, No Doubt, Taylor Swift, Cardi B, Ed Sheeran, Justin Bieber, and it goes.
Taylor Swift is like Super Bowl. You're cute.
Teddy Swims is on here. Yeah, it keeps going and going. But yeah, they say Miley Cyrus the best odds.
I wonder why.
Here's a band that will not be doing it.
All right.
And it's a band that you like. Mike Borden, the drummer, says that Mike Patton is unwilling to do Faith No More shows.
Because he's got Mr. Bungle?
Mr. Bungle, he's doing that. But I guess he just doesn't want to do Faith No More at all.
That stinks. They were a really good band, but they kind of fizzled out too.
Yeah.
They came up in a hair band time, and they were not a hair band. And they were very talented.
Completely
Mike Patton's
different.
very talented, totally different. What a weird looking group of dudes too. Usually you get a band and they're all like good looking guys. Mike Patton was handsome, but the rest of them are just look like freaks, which was great. It added to the band. And I don't know what the situation is. Courtney Love, one time the lead singer of Faith No More. Really? For a short period of time. Well, I like them, but I've seen them live. I've met them, and I'm good.
I saw Mr. Bungle just recently,
you?
with Scott Ian in there. Dave Lombardo was playing drums.
That's pretty cool.
So it was cool. They kind of switch around and do different stuff.
Jim Martin, who used to be the guitar player, when Faith No More came off their tour and went on a hiatus, Jim Martin had his license to drive tractor trailers and stuff, and went on to drive for Ozzy.
Oh, really? So weird because Mike Borden played drums for Ozzy. For a while.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
He was driving the bus. Think he just wanted to go on the road?
I guess.
Yeah.
Do you know the band New Pornographers? Have you ever heard of them?
The New Pornographers. Nope.
No.
I've heard of them. I've never actually heard them. Well, Joseph Siders, who is the drummer for New Pornographers, has been arrested for guess what?
Pornography.
Child pornography. Yeah. Oh,
Scumbag.
Who would have guessed?
Wow.
They're going to change the name of the band.
Old
Child
pornographers.
pornography. Child pornography.
Did he have it, or was he making it, or it doesn't say?
It doesn't say in the thing, whatever. Yeah, but
Yikes.
busted for it. Not good. Not good for you, buddy.
Gio, I ask you in all honesty, what's the worst thing you've ever looked at on the internet?
The word, 2 girls, 1 cup.
Oh yeah,
By
that's
far.
That's pretty
Yeah.
bad.
I can tell you the worst thing.
That was before AI
Yeah,
too.
yeah, that was jarring.
The worst thing, and it was one of the emails that you get, and you're like, I wish I wouldn't have seen that. Was the girl with the horse?
I didn't have that reaction.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I did not.
Yeah.
Well,
Enjoy it.
what were they doing? Was he mounting?
No.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm all right with the other thing.
Huh.
Yeah, well, I mean, I wasn't like
You're all
I
right.
wasn't scarred from it.
Mm.
Yeah, the first time I saw it, I went, "What? What?"
I felt like I'd done something wrong.
Yeah. And I also felt like it was too much.
Yeah.
So she was
Yeah.
Oh, you never seen that, Carmen?
no.
Come over, we'll watch
She
it
was
together.
too young, probably.
I don't want to see that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Have
Yeah.
you seen 2 girls, 1 cup?
I know. Yes,
Don't.
Don't.
but wasn't that like disproven or whatever?
I don't know. I don't even want to think about
Yeah.
it.
And it was
I hope so.
Yeah, I thought it was fake stuff.
it was
Yeah.
like chocolate pudding.
I hope you're right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that leads us right into this.
Hey.
It's Easter this weekend.
Happy
Hey,
Easter.
thank you, Jesus.
Should adults be allowed to get in on Easter egg hunts?
No,
No.
They
No?
should have separate. They should have ones for adults.
like trans athletes, they should have a whole separate thing for them.
Well, whether they should or not, a poll found that more than half of us want to. 57% of adults would love to compete in an Easter egg hunt this year, but they understand it's something that's just for kids.
Yeah.
Some of the different facts about Easter and stuff that we have: 62% of adults would like to get their own Easter basket. You were
Okay.
talking about that earlier, whether your kids are too old. 62% of adults want to. 80% of parents admit to stealing candy from their kids each year. Top thing we want in our own Easter basket isn't candy, it's gift cards.
Oh, really?
Throw some gift cards in there for
right.
an adult
Yeah, I'll
or
take it.
someone who's older. The most common Easter basket items are, what would you say?
Chocolate bunnies.
Candy.
Chocolate bunny number 1. What'd you say, Carmen?
Candy.
Well,
Yeah,
but
jelly beans.
specifically,
Oh, okay.
jelly beans,
The Cadbury egg.
eggs, and Peeps. We consume around 90 million chocolate bunnies for Easter each year and 16 billion jelly beans.
Wow.
That's a lot of jelly beans.
Can I tell you the best Easter? It was like 2 years ago. Ashley and Blaine's mom had like an adult Easter party,
Yeah.
and they did an Easter egg hunt.
Tops off.
But instead of Easter eggs, she hid like White Claws and little shot bottles.
That's awesome.
That's
and then
adorable.
like money and stuff, and because they have a pretty big yard, so she hid it all out in the yard. I found all of the seltzers, every
you did.
single one of them.
Smelled them.
Yeah, I had to give them to people because literally I had like 2 cases. I found so many, but that was the best. That was a lot of fun.
That's funny.
We were trying to find the ducks on the boat all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't pay attention. A couple of people asked me
Yeah.
to reach for them so I can
Yeah,
help them out,
yeah.
but I didn't know. A couple of people handed me one. I took one home that had cow prints on it.
Yeah, we got to have
good.
our own next year.
Our own ducks, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Jojo had a good idea. She said we get them, we put the logo on them, or we put a QR code on them, and we hide them around
Yeah.
the ship.
I
That's
think
a good
there should
idea.
be like one special duck that if you find it, you get something like a golden duck.
Go
Yeah.
duck yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. The mother ducker.
How do you eat a chocolate bunny?
Yours first.
Ears.
You go yours first?
No, I go right for the ass.
You go for the ass?
Wait, what?
I go for the eyes.
What's better, hollow bunny or solid bunny?
Solid.
And then solid, I'm going for the ears.
Yeah.
77% start with the ears, 16% go feet first, and Gio, 6% start with the butt.
That's me.
Really?
Yeah.
I bite the tail off right at the jump.
Nice.
What do you like in a chocolate egg? 41% said just solid chocolate is the best. 36% said some type of filling like caramel or something. And 23% prefer a hollow chocolate egg.
The best, the marshmallows
Yeah?
that come in the egg carton, and then
Yeah.
those were. My
I don't like that, which is
favorite.
weird because I like Peeps, but I don't like those.
Oh, I love those. Yeah.
There's nothing I love more than the Reese's peanut butter eggs.
So good.
They're better than the peanut butter cups, and I don't know why. Like
Different
you-
chocolate, maybe?
you would-
More chocolate?
I think
Different
just,
peanut butter.
just the ratio or something because like they don't taste the same as the peanut butter cup.
There's more peanut butter in it.
Yeah, I love those so much.
Is anyone really dyeing potatoes to save money? Because you know
So
that's
that's
the money
it's a great idea though.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a trend. The Atlantic just did a story telling people not to get in on it. They went with the headline, "One simple hack to ruin your Easter." Have potatoes, dyed potatoes. Get out of here. The White House Easter egg roll will have 30,000 eggs this year.
Oh my God.
The American Egg Board has been donating them each year for 5 decades.
Those are real eggs?
Yeah, real eggs.
That's a lot of eggs for the price of eggs right now.
Must be nice.
Yeah.
Get to play golf and get a bunch of eggs.
Nice.
Easter Sunday is the most popular church day of the year. Christmas Eve is next, followed by Mother's Day.
Really?
That's
I thought
surprising.
Palm Sunday would be in there.
Yeah, I guess guess not. Easter greeting cards are a big deal. If you couldn't find one you like, that's on you. Hallmark has 273 different Easter cards each year. And then finally, we'll spend how much on Easter in 2025? So everybody that's celebrating Easter.
Per family type thing?
No. Like total.
Oh.
Everybody that's celebrating total together, it's going to be how much?
$8.
$8.
No, I don't know. I couldn't even begin to.
15 million.
15 million.
No, way more than that.
All right, you said $1.
I said $8.
Anyone? $24 billion
Yeah. You're a little
on
lucky.
Easter in 25. Yeah.
I was closer
when
than
you
you.
factor in everything like eggs, candy, gifts, clothes, average spend is about $189. So everybody together, whatever, $24 billion just on Easter. Crazy. And that is it for news.
All right, Galvin, thank you. When we come back from break, I saw something yesterday that I want to run by you that I'm not very impressed with.
Okay.
It's been much talked about. We've even talked about it on the show. Not a big deal. Not a big deal to me.
Okay.
Spike Ferrison's going to join us on the show. You know him if you're a Seinfeld fan. He's a former writer for Letterman and wrote and directed a lot of the Seinfeld episodes.
Has Spike ever been on the show before?
Spike has not been on the show before.
Are you sure?
No.
I think he has.
I don't think so.
I think he has.
Really?
I do. I think
For what?
I think when he had his talk show, I think we had him on. Or something. I think there was something because I remember us talking about it and we both knew.
I can usually, if you tell me the celebrity, the guest, I can think of something that I talked to them about.
Mhm.
That's one of the good things that I have. I would say I never had Spike on the show.
I think he was.
I've had Spike on the mic.
Oh.
No, I've never. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't know. Now this is going to bug me. Spike will join us in the 9 o'clock hour. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. Yesterday, I saw the long-awaited Fantastic Four trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, this is like the third one though.
First one was...
No, he means their trailer.
Yeah, this is not.
Oh, no, but this is like the first full-length trailer. Those were all teaser trailers before.
Yeah.
This is the third Fantastic Four, too. The first one had Ewan Griffith was Mr. Fantastic.
Captain America was Johnny Storm.
Yes.
And Jessica Alba.
Oh, yeah. It was Jessica
Sue
Alba
Storm?
was Sue Storm, yeah.
Yeah.
And then Michael Chiklis was
The Thing.
Thing. And then in the second one was Miles Teller.
Yeah, which was bad.
And then a black kid.
Yeah, it was Michael B. Jordan.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah.
Was he the Flame On or was he the Thing?
He was Johnny Storm, yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, well, they made the first iteration, they made two. They made a sequel.
Oh, yeah, because the Silver Surfer
Yeah.
one was the second one.
There was two of those made. Then the one with Miles Teller, which was, I mean, so bad.
I didn't dislike the first one. I thought it was okay. I thought the special effects were really good, and Ewan Griffin as a stretch guy, Mr. Fantastic. I thought that was pretty cool.
Wasn't bad, wasn't great.
And I liked the way he turned into the Thing and was unhappy with it, and and then he found a blind girl. Yeah, it was okay. And then the Miles Teller one, I think I did see, but I don't really remember it.
I remember people saying how bad it was. And I like superhero movies. I'm like, it can't be that bad. I've seen some bad stuff.
Yeah.
And it was damn near unwatchable.
Who was the bad guy?
I think somebody was playing Doctor Doom. I don't
Yeah, it was the guy from Nip Tuck.
No, that was the first one.
Oh, that was the first one.
Yeah. I don't even remember. It was I couldn't even get through it. It was so bad. So bad.
The guy from Nip Tuck played Victor Von Doom, the doctor, and then he turned into Doctor Doom.
Yeah.
And that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that wasn't bad.
No, but anyway, the new one came out with Pedro Pascal.
Yes.
And the chick from Mission Impossible. And I don't know who the other dudes are.
Julia Garner is in there from Ozark.
She is Silver Surfer. Silver Surfer is now a girl.
John Malkovich is in there.
Oh, he must be the bad guy.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I would imagine so. I don't know, but I watch it and I think it looks like a pile of poop. I don't know why. Like, this seems like one of those that should be. You have some really good superheroes, and you have like a Hulk.
I like that it's taking place in the 60s.
That I do too. I do too.
That's perfect.
Yes.
They look very comic accurate for the first time because up until now, Johnny Storm never had blonde hair. When he always had blonde hair in the comic books, like his sister. So they actually look like brother and sister with the casting.
Right. Well, how is it a black dude in the last one?
Exactly. That was so bad.
There's also Natasha Lyonne is in there, and Paul Walter Hauser is in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think I was telling TM Palace today, we were texting about the trailer. I'm Pedro Pascal out. I like him.
Yeah, but I remember you liked him a lot, and I thought he never really did anything for me.
He's in everything. And he does not look like Reed Richards to me.
He is the Mandalorian, right?
Yes.
Okay, so the Reed Richards to me was Jim from The Office. I thought looked great.
Yeah, but I guess that they killed that version because it was a multiverse version. So I don't even know.
By the way, Malkovich is the Red Ghost.
So Red Ghost is the
Ivan Kragoff.
Yeah. Okay.
And did we? I mean, I know there was a female Silver Surfer, but this is not.
There was?
Yeah. But this is not because he had in some of the comics he had like a love interest, and this was that. But I don't know
who did.
Silver Surfer
had a love interest that was a female Silver Surfer.
Yes.
Oh,
there were another female Silver Surfer.
Okay.
But we don't know if this is a multiverse Silver Surfer, which means it can be a woman because women can do everything now, and they're always the heroes. So
will this show Robert Downey Jr. at all?
I think it teases him at the end.
Has to, right?
Has to, yeah.
Has to.
This has got Galactus in it, though, which is also like a great character.
Galactus was a planet eater, so I don't know how you defend against Galactus.
It shows him walking through New York City, and it looks awesome. Like that was cool, but I don't know.
Listen to me. It looks like garbage to me. I'll see it on the day it comes out. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Same thing with the Superman movie. The guy, the head of the studio, says he is thrilled with the Superman movie, and it looks like a pile of garbage to me.
Yeah. I mean, there have been movies where the trailer looked amazing and it sucked, and then vice versa, where the trailer wasn't that great and then the movie was amazing. So
I just find it hard to believe the dog. I don't know the origin of the dog. Did the dog come in?
I kind of remember that from the comic books.
Yeah, from the comic books, but like Superboy had crypto.
Yeah.
But did he come from space, or did he just somehow get? Did he eat Superman's blood?
I don't know the origin story.
I don't know either.
I hope the Fantastic Four though doesn't waste time in an origin story. We all know they went to space and they got powers now.
No, I think it comes back where they already live on the Earth.
I think that's good.
Yeah.
You come back, they're already heroes. Let's just get to it.
Yeah, we know what happened.
Yeah.
We know what happened, and they're the defenders of the Earth.
So I guess that Paul Walker Hauser plays Herbie, the robot that works for the team.
He just voices it.
Probably just voices it.
Voices it. Okay.
Yeah, but I know like the Marvel Universe, the MCU thing, they need this movie to be successful because this is setting up the new Avengers movie,
Right.
and it's that and that Thunderbolts movie that's coming out.
Which everybody says is good. That one they say is good.
They say it's the next Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Like they need those two movies to be huge hits because it's going to be the jump off point for the next set of Avenger movies and all that crap.
Oh, here come all the nerds. Mike Calta Show, good morning. Hello.
Hi, good morning.
Hey.
Yes.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, really quick, I just wanted to chime in on the Silver Surfer conversation. So that's Silver Surfer's daughter,
All right.
and the love interest that Silver Surfer had was not a female Silver Surfer. I heard Gio say that, but
Yeah, Gio screwed that up.
No,
idiot.
there wasn't. I know that I looked it up there.
Thank you, sir. Silver Surfer had a love interest, but the one that we're talking about is his daughter. He was not, so he was having an incestual affair with his silver daughter. Hot.
Shala Ball, Silver Surfer. That's what she is.
Shala
playing.
Ball.
Shala Ball. Who is thing in this? Who is the-
Some guy, some white dude. I don't know. I never saw him before. Some white dude. Mike Calta Show, good morning. Hello.
Mike Calta, this is TM Powell.
What's up, buddy?
TM knows he's a Fantastic Four guy. That's his favorite.
You didn't see the movie already, right? You didn't see a screener yet, did you?
No. I wish. No. I'm a huge Fantastic Four guy, and I'll be the first one to say that all these movies before have just been a disappointment in some ways because they never get it right. I do think that having them in their own little, universe where they will get to that sacred timeline eventually. But I think having them in that own universe is really going to help because they're already going to be established. We're not going to have origins again, which I don't think we need. I think we're going to see people like Malkovich and Paul Walter Hauser be villains in basically like a montage, maybe where they're flashing back, talking about it on that talk show. But I'm with you on Pedro Pascal. He's one of the few that I'm not seeing it all the way, even though I really like him a lot. But I think if they're ever going to get it right, Mike, this has got to be it. This is the time to get it right.
Yeah, I don't. It looked like garbage to me though, and the like. I do like some of it. I like the fact that it's set in the '60s and all that stuff, but it just didn't look great.
The CGI and the thing, Ben Grimm, I think it looks weird too. That's not great.
So the guy that's playing that is the guy from The Bear that's on FX.
Oh,
The
really?
Bear.
Yeah.
And Paul Walter
His cousin,
Hauser is Paul Walter Hauser is Herbie the robot.
Right.
So is this a multiverse Silver Surfer or female or what is the girl Silver Surfer?
Or
then?
the incestual daughter relationship.
Yeah, in this version, in this universe, it's a female, and that's what it is. And this has been something in the comics. So people are like, "Oh, this is woke. They're doing it again." No, this is actually something that does exist in the comics. But I mean, I have a theory at the end of this movie. I think they lose. I think Galactus destroys their world, and I think they have to escape, and that's how they end up with us. And then they'll be in Doomsday. They'll be in Secret Wars. But I really do think it'll have a bummer ending. But to me, man, I'm a big fan of the Jetsons growing up, so I love all that look. I like that it looks like a 1960s comic book. I like that they're heroes. I like that they're known, and the casting too. Like I said, they finally look like brother and sister. They never look like brother and sister in any of the other movies.
He never had blonde hair in the other movies. Like just something that simple.
No.
What do you think about?
And he was adopted in the last one with Josh Trank.
What do you think about the Superman trailer?
I mean, I love James Gunn, and I mean he's done magic with everything he's ever been involved with in terms of comic book properties. I mean, the first Suicide Squad movie, okay, and then the second one is just awesome. You know, they get Peacemaker out of that, and I think if you're going to once again reboot Superman, this is the right guy to do it. And I also like in that movie, it doesn't seem like we're going to get a lot of origin, Mike. It seems like basically they know he's Superman, that, you know, Justice League members are around. So I like that idea of not having to reset again. Stop resetting everything. At this point, we know all these characters.
Yeah, I agree with that. We've talked about that on the show before. I hope it's not a disappointment, but I got to tell you, it looks real silly to me with the dog and all that stuff.
I mean, crypto's a big part of it, and I think they want to have fun with it because, listen, whatever you think about Zack Snyder's Superman, it was very serious and very dark tone. There wasn't much, you know, fun to it. I'm not saying it was just terrible, but there wasn't a lot of fun. So I do think they need to bring some fun back to it. But July is going to be a fun month for movies. I think it's going to be a big, important month because we have Fantastic Four. I think there's a lot riding on that for Marvel. Obviously, then Warner Brothers has a lot riding on it, trying to get, you know, their universe back on track with Superman. And listen, I'm kind of with Cody Tucker. I think most of the Jurassic World and Jurassic Park movies are pretty bad, but they make tons of money, and we're going to get another Jurassic World movie in July too. So July is going to be a big month.
What are we up to now with Jurassic Park? Where didn't they overrun the cities already? I mean,
where can we?
Seventh movie
of what though? Like, are they on the moon now?
I hope so.
Well, I heard there's a whole new land they're going to find and mutated dinosaurs, and this is something they've talked about doing in other films, and they've just never really done. But people show up, man. Little kids love dinosaurs. I mean, that's just the truth. I mean, people love dinosaurs.
Jurassic Park is becoming Fast and Furious. They just pump them out, and people go, and that's that.
Well, yeah, I mean, look at the parks. I mean, there's, you know, stuff in the parks, everything else. This is one of Universal's big properties. And here's the deal. I mean, they keep making $600 million worldwide to $1 billion worldwide. I mean, what studio is not going to keep making them? You got to keep making them.
Yeah, I don't mind them. I mean, I'm not mad at them. I
the
just
last
don't need
one
them.
stunk, though.
I watched the last one. I thought it was all right.
With the locusts?
Yeah, I mean, like each one's trying to have like a little science in it.
I thought they had a big opportunity getting the original cast back together, and they kind of blew it. It could have been better.
Yeah. I mean, they're running out of ideas,
That's
too.
true.
You know what I mean? All right, and then what about Mission Impossible? I can't wait for that one.
Yeah, I can't wait for that either. I mean, those movies, I mean, they're just amazing because, to me, I'm not a huge fan of the start of it. I think the first one's okay. The second one's terrible. But when J.J. Abrams takes over in that third one, they kind of just change the whole dynamic, and they know what they are. They're, you know, cool stories in terms of spy movies, but it's all about those stunts. I mean, those stunts are just what you show up for and to see, and they're really well done. And that cast has gotten huge, too. I mean, Vanessa Kirby's in those movies now as well. But I just always enjoy I always enjoy those movies just because I think they do have a good story, but just some of the stunts, it's wild. I'm glad that the Oscars are now going to start recognizing stunts in the Oscars because, you know, some of these stunts honestly make these movies, especially when it comes to that franchise.
Yeah, I want to whisper in Tom Cruise's ear one time. I want to be like, "You're already successful. Stop gluing yourself to planes and let it. Don't push it anymore." Well, all right, good. TM Powell, good to talk to you, and I look forward to crapping on these movies when they come out with you.
And I look forward to proving you wrong, like I have in the past.
Yeah, this is true. All right, buddy. Thank you. He was the one telling me about Guardians of the Galaxy before it came out. I was like, they're just trying to make a Star Wars movie. Boy, was I wrong.
Great.
It was great. I don't know.
I mean, female servers, she looks great.
Yeah. I don't care if Silver Surfer's a female or a male. It doesn't matter to me. And this one here's got a sexier body.
Yeah, surf that silver ass.
Yeah.
Great.
That's too much.
Because she's kind of sexy.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
I'm in. I'll see you opening day. I complain about it, but I 100% know I will see it opening weekend.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It'd for sure be one of those things. Like I'll go see the Superman movie and the Mission Impossible movie.
Yeah.
I'm going to see them all the day that they come out. Oh boy.
All right,
Still haven't seen Wicked yet.
Oh, Wicked's
You
great.
should.
It was on the boat.
singing.
You would like it.
They
Mike.
showed it on the boat.
They did?
Yeah.
I didn't see it on the TV or like at the movie night.
It might have just been out by the pool, I think, in the movie thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I was singing the songs on the pool deck.
Were you? Wicked better than Wonka?
I think so, yes.
I think so.
I do like the Wonka.
Yeah. Well, you've seen the play, so you already know what.
I know, but I'll watch the movie. I'll dig it.
I'm all in when the sequel comes out in like November. I'm all in. I can't wait to go.
Is it November already? It comes out?
I think it comes out like right on Thanksgiving.
They just shot them back to back?
Yeah.
Smart. Smart move.
Chad was bummed when he found out there was like a sequel and we didn't get to know the ending. He was like, "What? It stops there?" And
Oh, where does it end?
When she becomes the witch and flies off.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right. I like that. Mike Calta Show, good morning. Good morning. What did you think was going to happen when you dialed the phone?
No. This person sucks. They called the whole time TM was on the phone.
Yeah.
I'd put them on hold. They would hang up, call right back. Hang up, call right back. 10 times.
Are they just listening to the radio?
Now we're listening to them listening to the radio.
In 20 seconds, you're going to hear this. You're a moron.
Yeah. And they're going to call back.
Hey,
No.
are you talking?
Yeah, we've been talking to you for like 5 minutes.
So when I hear the radio, I'm like, okay, I don't know what. If
You're calling on a phone. You use the phone. You don't use the radio. You use the phone.
I was hearing I'm hearing the radio through my phone though.
Because there's a minute delay on the radio.
Okay.
Yeah, when you make a phone call, you talk into the phone.
And when someone puts you on hold, you stay on hold. You don't keep calling back.
Let's start over. Good morning, sir.
Oh,
Lower your radio all the way, and we're gonna make this right. Before we hang up, we're gonna nail it. Well, we're gonna get this right.
You give him like a master class.
Yeah, here we go. Here we go. You ready?
Well,
Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
Good. What can we do for you?
So I was listening where you was saying about the Superboy had crypto. I watched the Titan series. I don't know how accurate they are with the comic books or anything, but they hinted in it when they introduced Superboy that he was genetically engineered from Superman's suit. And so, therefore, crypto was also basically, I think, was probably the first experiment they did with Superman's cells, and that's why he has the super dog.
See? And at the end, it worked out, sir. You explained something to us we did not know.
I was wrong. That was definitely worth
Thank
it.
you.
He also said Super Bowl, I think.
No, he said Superboy.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Superboy. The Superboy show.
Yeah, gotcha.
They tell you about crypto. I thought he said Super Bowl at first,
Yeah.
too.
I'm in. You convinced me. I'll go.
Oh, my God. I have another question for you. When's the last time anybody's been to eBay?
Oh.
Right? Like, how is eBay still a thing?
Oh, there's plenty of people that are still using it.
I know, but for like, what's the take now? Like, what do you do? Like,
it's not like what it used to be. Now it's a lot of vendors selling stuff, not like individual people.
There's a lot of stores.
Used to be just individual people.
When I lived in Miami, I used to listen to a show called Rick and Suds, and Rick and Suds had this guy on the air. This had to be 1992. Had him on the air. He wrote a book, and the book was filled with collectors from all over the country, maybe all over the world. And it was like a woman who collected Tupperware and a woman who collected rare coins, somebody who collected guitars, somebody who collected guitar strings. I don't know. It was like everybody. So the idea was that you would go in your attic, find stuff that you had, and instead of throwing out, you could say, what do I have? Hummel clocks. Let me see if somebody who collects Hummel clocks. Then you'd reach out to these people through mail. You'd email them, or not email them, but mail them or call them. They probably had numbers on there too. And you would say, hey, I have this Hummel clock that I found in my attic. And they'd go, I'll give you $12 for it. Okay, great. You'd send them the $12. They would send you the clock back. And this guy basically had eBay before eBay. He had this book that had all these things in there. And I bought the book and I thought, this is great. I'm going to go through the attic and retire. Never sold one thing. And then eBay pops up like a month later. And or maybe a year later, whatever. But eBay pops up and just put that guy out of business. Have you ever sold anything on eBay?
Yeah,
I have too. Not in a long time.
I sold and bought. You can get some good deals on musical stuff. Like I got some cymbals off of eBay. I had some shoes. That I was going to just get rid of.
Yeah.
And my wife, who used to do a lot of eBay stuff with clothing and everything, she goes, "You'd sell those on eBay." And I go, "They're used." She goes, "But they're not like in terrible condition." Sold them.
Really?
Yeah, sold them super fast and sold them for way more than I thought I was going to sell them for.
Yeah, that's really weird. I know Joey sold a couple of things, but Joey will buy like a pair of Gucci shoes, wear them one time, and then put them in a box and put them away, and then sell them a year later.
Yeah.
A friend of mine, she used to go and to sales and stuff and buy jeans and different clothes and go to thrift stores and then sell them for 4 times the price.
That's what my sister-in-law does.
On eBay.
So-
That's what she was doing for her normal job.
Because my wife knows all the different labels and knows all the different trends and what's going on, whatever. She'll go into a lot of the consignment or thrift stores,
Yeah.
whatever, buy the stuff that they don't know. So she'll get it for $15 and then put it on eBay for $140 and sell
Yeah.
it. You know,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
My sister-in-law goes to thrift shops and does what you were saying. Like she'll find stuff that she knows valuable, but she also refurbishes stuff. So she'll buy an old rotten piece of furniture, fix it up, and sell it. She sent me a video the other day. I don't know where she was. I assume Palm Harbor. And she's in the clothes rack, and you can see through the clothes rack. You hear a Hammond organ playing, and guess who's sitting there playing it?
Medicine Man.
What?
Just sitting there playing the organ.
What the hell's he doing there?
Probably shopping for clothes.
Yeah,
you know?
black shirts.
He was wearing his typical black shirt
Yeah.
and black pants, just playing the organ, just sitting there playing the organ. I haven't sold anything on eBay in probably 30 years.
Yeah.
But I did sell at the time. I had 2 good things going. I had Moose and I had a little business where we would collect bootleg concerts on VHS tape. And then I was mostly trying to get Pearl Jam concerts, but I would either trade people for other ones or I would sell the ones that I had. $20 for a VHS tape. It's just a dubbed copy. So I'm basically just putting in the money for a blank tape. And then I would get guitars signed by the artist at the Button South or somebody. I remember I sold a Steve Vai autographed guitar that I wish I still had. I don't know why, but I sold it online for a couple $100. And then I had to go ship it out there and all that stuff. But I that was pretty lucrative when I was in my 20s.
They also have that guy had the magazine, whatever, and then eBay came along, which was better. But now they also have Offer Up where it's local, where or the marketplace on Facebook or whatever. But Offer Up, you can put it and set the parameters, and then you're just hey, I'll meet you at the Publix parking lot, and here you go.
That feels more like old school eBay was, where it was
it used to be like that.
individual people selling their stuff.
I bought something from Offer Up one time. I bought a one of those little desk combos that you sit on and it has a little storage under the seat. Because my daughter, when she was little, she'd want to sit in my office while I was doing work, so I just bought her a little desk that she could put next to mine. But yeah, those sort of things. I think it's so much better when you give stuff away or sell stuff to than just throw everything out.
Was oh no, he had PayPal. Elon was starter, he was one of the founders of PayPal, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think that's where he got a lot of his money.
Yeah, and look at him now.
Yeah, I don't know who did eBay and whether they ever sold that or whether that's the same people that still own it or how that
eBay
came-
bought PayPal, didn't they? I think
Maybe.
they did. Yeah.
maybe or
You ever
I don't
see
know.
the Buy Nothing groups on Facebook?
Yeah, you just give stuff away.
You just give stuff away.
Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah.
I gave away some propane tanks. I didn't need them anymore when I moved here.
My
so,
wife does that all the time.
Yeah, it's much better.
I remember reading this in Reader's Digest years and years and years ago, and I thought it was such a clever thing. And it was yeah, that totally works. A guy had tires that he took off his car, put new tires on his car. And he was they're still good. I don't want to throw them away. So he put out a sign and it said free tires and sat out there for a week. Nobody came and took the tires. So he said, tires, $200. They were gone the next day.
Oh,
Somebody
that's so
sold them.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just what the value is. If they're free, they're free tires. Or, they're worth $200. I'll steal them.
Steal 'em,
I got a
yeah.
TV for my daughter on the Buy Nothing group.
Yeah, I mean, I gave you a TV.
Yeah.
And then found another TV in the garage. I have extra TVs.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And then I have 2 TVs outside that I can't turn on for some reason. I don't know if the batteries are dead or whatever. I don't even turn them on. I only use one of the TVs outside.
Joe helped me carry that TV, the
We
TV
did.
gave me out to the car, and we passed 3 other TVs. I go, Joe, there's 2 more TVs right here. Old man said, take any TV in the house.
Yeah, we got some wall space that we need
Which
to fill.
TV is the best TV?
Yeah.
All right, I need to take a break. 727 is not a number anymore. I just want to remind you, it's 800-771-1025. 800-771-1025. You don't listen to the radio. You listen to the phone. And when I say hello, you go, hey, how's it going? It worked out very well for TM Powell. We'll take a quick break. It's 1025 The Bone. My driveway, I need to get the pavers done. I don't know why we've been putting that off for so long. My driveway is too narrow.
Oh.
And cars can't pass each other. So, of course, they have to go over the grass. And now I just got like a gully where the grass used to be.
Yeah, your driveway is like 200 yards long, but only like 10 yards wide.
My mother-in-law is 80 years old. She comes over to my house in the rain a couple of weeks ago. For some reason, has to pull in my driveway and just destroys the grass.
Oh.
I mean, she pulled in as if she was trying to dig something out. So then she comes in the house and she goes, "I'm sorry about your grass. I didn't mean." I go, "Yeah, it's no big deal. It's just the kids do it all the time. It's not that big of a deal." And she's like, "No, I'll be by on Thursday with some sod." I go, "Oh, you're gonna come by Thursday?" But the thing is, she would do it. I have to tell her, "No, don't do." Because and then she was leaving. She's like, "I'll be by on Thursday." I go, "No," because she's legitimate. She came over one time and was like, I was looking at my backyard. In my backyard, I'm on a golf course, but between me and the golf course, there's like a marshy swamp. And I was saying to her one time, because she plants a lot of plants, I go, "What's the most easy to grow wildflower?" And she ran off a couple of things, and I said, because I wouldn't mind planting a bunch of those in and around the marsh. This way, when the summer comes, everything that blooms is all colorful instead of just looking like a swamp back there. So she was like, "I'm going to come back and make a garden out there." So she came back, and her and my daughter made a garden at the end of Ralphie's pen back there. Yep. And then she went and planted stuff around the trees and all. And then sure enough, everything's blossoming.
Does your property line go back into the wooded area, or that cuts off at the golf course?
No, it goes back into the wooded area.
That's cool.
Yeah, I mean,
too bad you can't really use that though for anything.
There's nothing you can do over there. And then I guess the way it used to lay out, because if you look at my backyard, there's a little bridge, like a little wood bridge that I've never had the balls to walk on.
I did.
You did?
I've seen Joe go across there.
Oh, you're not scared, especially you. You're the size of a snack for an alligator.
That's where he takes a dump, though. he pees by the tortoise, and then he goes back there. And
I saw Joe pee off the bridge one time.
That's not.
I don't mind that, Joe. I just I don't. I can't walk over on that. But first of all, I don't want to test the structural integrity of that bridge, and I don't want to meet any alligators over there. So,
because you can hear them. They make noise.
I think snakes would be over in that area.
I'm not worried about snakes. Snakes don't bother you unless you do something to them.
Yeah.
Alligators just sit there. That's all you hear when you go out there.
But snakes you can't see. Like they'll be under like leaves and stuff like that.
But snakes mostly stay under where it's cool and underneath. So if you want to find the snake, put a piece of plywood out on the dirt and let it stay there for a couple of days. Then go lift that plywood up. There'll be a bunch of snakes.
I used to have a cover that went on my grill out back. And one time the storm blew it off and it laid there on the porch for like a day or two. And I went out there and lifted it up, and there were like 4 snakes scattered out of there. Oh my! I had a heart attack.
Ow.
I was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, my brother one time. This is the grossest and scariest thing ever. My brother, when he lived in Oldsmar, this is 20 years ago. He went downstairs and opened his grill, and there was a rat on his grill. I mean, you throw that grill away.
Of course,
you got to throw that grill away. That's disgusting.
But I slammed the hood and I turned the grill on.
Oh,
I mean, then you got cooked rat.
I'm gonna get rid of it anyway.
And it snuck in. It's going to be able to sneak out somewhere. So now you got a flaming rat running at you.
I want to send a message to the other rats. That this is what happens when
tell your friends
when you mess with me.
My favorite thing to do, and this is kind of mean, is when I go out to walk the dogs and a lizard is on the screen from the outside and I'm on the inside. I go, bink, shoot it across the yard. That's such a dick move.
Yeah.
Heather, good morning. You're on the Mike Calta Show.
Good morning. Long-time listener, first-time caller. How is everybody?
Thank you. Good. How are you?
Good, thanks. Hey, you were talking about eBay. When I was a kid, I didn't know if any of you heard of Tradio. Back in the 70s, it was like a
Tradio
phone-in radio program. Yeah, where you would swap or give away items. And my mom used to listen to it every day for 1 hour.
Did she ever get anything?
Back in the 70s. Oh, yeah. I mean, it was local, so you would, call in and say, "I have this for sale," and then you give your phone number and then meet the person. So when I heard of that, I thought, I wonder if they ever heard of Tradio.
I forgot
back, and it was always on the AM station. So.
Yeah. It'd be like a guy would be like, "We've got a used hairdryer here. It's a Conair. It's got some miles on it.
Yeah.
But it's pretty good." Yeah. That's funny. Well,
exactly.
Thank you for the call. I appreciate that.
I remember Sal and Richard from the Stern Show used to prank call the Tradio shows.
But my problem with that is I don't believe any of that's real.
Yeah.
It's funny.
They might be making it up.
Some of them was funny, but I mean, the Tradio guy, that he like if it was real, that he know. I guarantee they just got some voice guy from Sirius and said, "Just pretend you're doing a Tradio show."
Yeah.
I just remember one time was Richard from the Stern Show calling about a basketball goal, and he had recordings of himself, and he's talking to himself back and forth about winning the basketball goal.
Those sort of things are creative to me. That even if they're fake, they're still funny.
They probably, fake the whole thing.
By the way, that was that lady's first phone call. Perfect phone call.
Perfect. She did a great job.
Yeah.
I said hello. She said hello.
Totally
we had a conversation.
normal.
It was
Could
great.
hear. Wasn't on Bluetooth.
First time, long time.
Yeah.
Kevin Smith is rescheduled for Monday on the show.
Is he?
job, Gio.
I mean, I don't know. And then Jason Mewes may be on the show as well. Not on Monday, but coming up. And then Spike Ferriston is going to join us at 9:20. If you don't know Spike, he is a comedy writer, was a talk show host, wrote for Letterman, wrote for Seinfeld, and produced and directed a lot of the Seinfeld episodes. And he's got a new show on YouTube now, which the first episode features Jerry Seinfeld. It's what is it called? In the Car with the Friend?
Yep.
No, that's not it. I made that up.
In the car with a friend, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Cars in the lot.
Car, the guy in the
Car matchmaker. No.
sign.
Spike's Car Radio is now on YouTube. Spike's Car Radio. That's what it's called.
That's
Mike
correct.
Calta Show, though.
Hey, what's up, Mike Calta? You man, Mr. Legend Medicine Man.
Were you in a thrift store playing an organ the other day?
Oh yeah, that thing's been there for a month. Nobody owns. There's not one even want to buy it. It's a old Lowry organ from the 1980s because it has digital stuff on it.
How much they want for it?
It was $99. Now today it would be like half price for $50.
Really?
Oh.
Joe, go get the organ.
All right.
Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah.
Just another thing
That
we
thing
need
weighs
here.
probably about 300 pounds.
It looked pretty cool. It looked like it was in good shape.
It is in good shape for something that old, you know.
Nothing goes through your mind at all to wonder how I know that you were playing the organ somewhere in a thrift shop?
I was playing. I know the pipe organ thing. I was playing really creepy stuff on there.
I know, but what I'm saying is that at no point are you go, how did you know that?
I used to, years ago, they used to have a keyboard. So
It just doesn't even.
had
No.
different
What
modes
I'm
on it.
saying to you is, do you ever wonder how I know that you were in the thrift shop playing the organ?
People put on, of course, on my Facebook too.
That's true. They do post a lot of pictures of you
Got
on your
it.
Facebook. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Medicine Man. I hope you have a wonderful day. Please don't call back one time a day.
Yeah, last night I went to the movies to check out the movie Sinners.
I heard Sinners is a good movie.
It was great. It's a vampire movie too.
I'm out. I don't like scary movies.
It was really cool the way they did this stuff.
All right. I gotta go. I don't.
He is going to be so great on the cruise.
He's going.
Just
He's
like-
alive.
We
He's
need
going.
to get him to play the organ on the cruise.
Oh man,
Yeah.
Carmen,
Yes.
we have time.
9:20 is Spike.
I know. Do you have? I want to talk to. I was going to ask Bobby Kelly something. Will you call him real quick?
Of course.
All right. I got some ideas.
For what?
Do you think that Bobby would want to come on the cruise again? Oh my!
Probably.
Yeah.
I think you just knocked my feelings out.
I think he has a good time. It looks like
That's
he
what
has
I
a good time.
think too, and I think that people enjoy hanging out with him. And he's a fun hang, and he does the comedy.
Yeah.
What if we bring Bobby and somebody else on the cruise?
Yeah.
I gotta see what he wants to do, but feel him out, because if I talk to him off the air, he's gonna be like, "Yeah, bro, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to do."
Don't you have to get way ahead of it so he doesn't book a
Right.
date?
That's what I'm saying. So I want to establish it now. Also, I want it on record that I'm going to my number one best friend first, so that next year he's like, "You didn't even ask me, dude.
Yeah.
You didn't even run it by me."
Well, Pete's probably already in.
Pizza, in.
yeah.
Pizza, 100% in.
Yeah.
Pete could decide day of, and he's in.
Voicemail.
Oh,
Pete. All I know is Pete could have had a mother-daughter threesome the other night. And I don't know what's going on.
You still don't know?
No, I do know he did not.
oh man, they still there? They still staying? It's like a week later.
Solid, man.
Really?
They left, then went back to Texas.
Have they made plans to come back?
I'm in no business to discuss Pete's business.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So were they supposed to fly back? I'm assuming out of Orlando.
No, they flew out of Tampa.
Really?
Yeah.
Cancel the flight.
Mm.
Let's Pete face it up.
They did not have Pete face.
No.
No, right?
That's amazing.
But that's the difference of meeting people in person and meeting people online.
yeah.
Online, Pete is going to get Pete face.
Right. In real life,
Pool face.
pool face.
Mother daughter.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I am I would have been equally good either way with the mother or the daughter.
Yeah. How old was the daughter?
Like she has
something.
kids.
The way you talk, Gio, is just so creepy.
I
How old's the daughter?
I feel like I asked a genuine question.
It was a little weird.
I was
Very
trying to
breathy.
establish how the mother was.
Mm.
You imagine, I guess, 15, 20 years difference.
The mother was in her 40s, and the daughter. She had the daughter when she was like 15 years old, 16 years
So the
old.
daughter's probably in her 20s somewhere.
Yeah. But the daughter had a couple of kids already, so the
she's a
daughter's lived
grandma.
life. Yeah, she's a grandma.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Mother,
But she looked good for a grandma.
Mother Gam Gam.
Pete
So
facing
it's-
grandma.
Pete facing grandma.
New on NBC.
Pete facing Gam Gam. Oh, that's great. Oh, that's great.
The Adventures of.
The Adventures of Pete facing Gam Gam.
No, I'd watch that show.
That's awesome. All right. Do we have to take a break, Carmen?
We should, yes.
Okay, let's do that. And then at 9:20, we'll talk to Spike Ferris. And for the first time, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure it's the first
Pretty
time. Pretty sure.
Galvin says no.
He is no.
I don't know. I feel like we talked to him before. Ask him. I'm sure he'll remember.
I do not recall everything, but I do know if I've spoken to somebody. I think I like if you give me the guess, Galvin, I could tell you something we talked about. Gene Hackman was on the show. I talked to him about doing voiceover for Lowe's or whatever he does, Home Depot. I remember specifically asking him about that. I remember Kenny Rogers asking him if he banged Dolly Parton. I remember James Woods was on the show, and we talked to him about a bunch of things, including the movie that he made with Oliver Stone and Jim Belushi.
My all-time favorite recently is Billy D. Williams.
Billy D. Williams, I asked if he ever made sweet love to famous girls, and he told me that none of my effing business in full effing word. Yeah, like if you hit me with the celebrity, I could tell you something. Do you remember Eamon Holmes?
Not sure.
He was a game show host from England, was on the show. We talked to him, and he was more interested in the Glazers owning Manchester United than he was talking about the game show that he had.
Oh, yeah.
Smokey Robinson.
Smokey Robinson, I asked him if he ever made sweet love to Diana Ross, and he said no. Yep. Smokey Robinson is my one guest that I'd like to have on one more time before he dies. Like, I'm in a hurry to get Smokey Robinson on. Like, I hope he comes to town.
He still looks pretty good, though, when you see him out.
He
and
looks
about.
great, but
Yeah.
he's one of those guys where he's old enough to just go, you know.
I feel like we could have him on for Chinooka.
Chinooka, he's
Yeah.
available, yeah.
Happy Chinooka.
Yeah, so if you bring up the guest, I can remember something, and I don't remember anything about Spike.
You know who I found out is old today?
Who?
Rick Moranis.
How old is Rick Moranis?
It's his birthday. He's like 72.
Really?
Yeah.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It just
to
did- I
us, though, 72 is so old, but now
Yeah.
not really anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it also sounds right. Like if you asked me Rick Moranis, I would have said, he's probably in the 70s.
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah.
I was like,
He's
wow.
been around a long time.
Damn. And doesn't act anymore.
No, he's had a sad life. His wife died. Got
yeah.
beat up in the streets of New York just for
Yeah.
walking.
That's right.
You know.
Is one wife shrunk the kids, I think?
Yeah. No, it's bad.
They're trying
All
to get him back for Spaceballs.
Oh, they redoing that now?
Yeah.
No, they were going to do a sequel.
Yeah. Remember Josh Gad? He was on. He talking about it.
What
Put
we
that
doing?
in with Happy Gilmore and
Probably.
the new Blues Brothers. And what's the other one they're doing?
But it's still Mel Brooks.
Yeah.
And
Well,
it was Mel
it's-
Brooks, and it's Nate, not Nate. What's his name? The guy who
Josh
won,
Gad.
No, the guy who won Jeopardy. The guy who won Celebrity Jeopardy. The
The
one who played in Kenny Powers that played the foreign guy. The foreign
Oh,
baseball
Ike
player.
Barinholtz.
Ike Barinholtz.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ike Barinholtz is very good.
Ike Barinholtz
'Cause I was
is-
going to say, it's Mel Brooks, but it's Mel Brooks at 95.
Yeah,
like, how
yeah.
old is Mel
Well,
Brooks?
he plays the Yoda character, so it works perfect.
Yeah, he looks just like him.
Yeah, yogurt.
Yogurt. So stupid. It's so stupid. Pizza the Hut is so stupid.
So great, though.
They're all dumb. All right, we got to take a break. Spike Ferguson will join us next on 102.5 The Bone. My wife and I, when we were poor, we used to go to 2-for-1 fajitas at Cody's Roadhouse on Wednesday nights. That was the best.
Oh, yeah. I miss those deals. Like places. Even though I will say, Applebee's, they have like a $10 burger thing right now.
Yeah.
Good burger. For $10, way better than any fast food burger. And that's how much you would pay if you're going to McDonald's
Sure.
and got like a meal and stuff like
Sure,
that.
and it's a real grilled burger.
Yeah.
Carmen, I have been super solid on my diet since we came back.
Nice.
Not cheated once, lost weight already.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, I made a big thing of my unstuffed cabbage slop, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
It kind of looks like chili, like it could be
But
soup.
with cabbage in it.
Yeah.
My
but you
wife
could-
makes that.
Yeah, it is so good, and that's
You
what
want to talk about the farts, Carmen?
Yes.
Nothing
Oh,
makes you fart more than cabbage.
so it hasn't been making me fart, but it has like cleaned me out.
Yeah.
Yikes.
These are all these sexy things that you're talking. Put that on the OnlyFans.
Yeah, no kidding.
It keeps things moving. Well, listen, after the cruise food and all that sodium and stuff, I was like, I just need something healthy, and I didn't really feel like cooking, and it literally takes like 20 minutes to make.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So it's just easy, and it's always a go-to in our house.
I did not. I still have not pooped. For those of you keeping
Oh,
track of
dude,
it.
What is it? Day 6?
5, I think.
Oh my
Today is
god.
5. Yeah.
Did you go on the cruise on the boat?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
But-
man.
A couple of times.
Yowza.
I mean,
Have you
I really,
taken anything?
I put some damage in the cruise ship. Yeah, like you know that video of them just dumping in the water.
Oh, yeah.
That was just me. That was just me on the cruise.
Have you taken any like Miralax or anything?
Nope, I'm just gonna let it work its way out naturally. I've been drinking a lot of water, trying to get it to move.
Oh,
It seems to be working.
yeah, that's not good.
You're not concerned at all?
I mean, I'm not really eating a lot.
Yeah, but still.
I know, but here's the thing. I'm eating mostly, I would say 99% protein, and that protein is backing me up. And then on top of that, I'm not eating a lot, so I'm mostly drinking protein shakes.
So they say it's not a strict rule, but the general rule is it shouldn't be longer than 3 days
Yeah.
without a bowel
Oh,
movement.
I know. We're having some issues. We're having some problems.
I mean,
you need to add something or change something to your diet because that is not good.
At what point do you become concerned?
Yeah.
like a month.
A month?
Wait, what?
You want me to hold your nose, blow in your mouth?
My worst fear is that it comes and hits me while we're playing on stage.
Oh.
Yes.
Because I've had to pee before, and that's been a problem.
For everybody
run
come out
off.
Saturday, keep that in mind when you're looking at Mike on stage.
Don't hug me too hard. Don't squeeze my belly.
Yikes.
You never know what could happen.
Have you had broccoli?
I hate broccoli.
I know, but I'm telling you,
I had zucchini.
not enough fiber.
I mean, it's pretty fibrous.
Why don't you get a nice salad?
Yeah, eat a lot of meat. I went to Prime Butcher, and I made some steaks. Then Amanda and I went to Chili's yesterday for lunch, and I had fajita meat, fajitas.
So, because you can't have fruit, right? That's part of your diet.
Cannot have fruit. Yeah.
So vegetables that are high in fiber.
Yes.
Broccoli,
Yeah.
number 1.
Okay.
Brussels sprouts, carrots,
Yeah.
cauliflower, corn.
Cauliflower I like.
Okay.
All right, I can mix that in there.
Yeah, just something because that. Oh my god, that makes my stomach hurt.
Yeah, it's making it hurt. I'm getting a massage today. I feel like
no.
they're
That's
gonna push
not
it
where
out.
you wanna.
It's like toothpaste. You start at the top and you roll it down, squeeze it out. I'll be all right. Oh man. Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Hi.
I have a question for Galvin.
Galvin?
I was listening. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead,
for
go
Galvin. I was listening to the best of last week, and he was talking about his wife and how her birthday falls like around Christmas or in between, and mine does too. So I could relate, but I wanted to know what is her birthday.
Are you trying to steal her identity or what's happening?
What is her mother's maiden name?
Hers is the 29th. December.
Oh, okay, because mine's the 30th, and I just could relate when you were talking about it. Plus, I also knew that Pap's birthday was around that time. I can relate.
It's
yeah,
on the 30th.
I
just like
always
yours.
make a big deal. Like when I'm, if I'm dating somebody, I go, look, I'm a real, well, I won't say the word, but I just really, it's a sore subject because it falls in that time.
Yeah. Sure, you don't want to get passed over.
know.
Yeah, you want to make sure that you have proper celebration.
You've
Yeah,
always got
it's not.
Right.
This is your
combination gift.
the birthday, Christmas
Yep.
gift, and all that stuff.
Right.
Yeah, no,
and
you gotta be
I would
separate.
get I get birthday presents wrapped in Christmas paper.
No,
like an
come
afterthought
on,
or something.
terrible.
Not allowed.
Yeah, you're dating the wrong
Yeah.
guy.
That's Bush League.
It's hard to share a birthday with Jesus.
Well, yeah. Well, I just wanted to know, but tell her I can relate. So
All right.
cool.
I'll let her know.
Thank you, Pumpkin. Appreciate it. We're going to go party with Pep next year. You can come hang out with us if you'd like. Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Back to it.
I was going to let it go.
Hello.
Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Hey, what's going on, brother? Good morning.
How you doing, sir?
Hey, I just want to let you know, man. You gotta go number 2, dude.
I know. It's not like I'm boycotting it. It's just not happening.
Let me tell you a story real quick. I used to be in the United States Army. I went to the Army after I graduated high school. We had a field training exercise, right? The field training exercise was for 4 days. And in those 4 days, they gave us MREs for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Now, let me tell you, those MREs, they're designed to make you constipated, right? Because you're not supposed to take a crap in the field.
All right, hold on. As much as I'd like to hear the rest of this, our guest is on hold. Sorry, Carmen. Go ahead and put Spike through.
You're good. Okay.
I don't see him on the phone line, so you're going to have to answer for me.
Yep, I got you. He's
all right. Spike, good morning. How are you, sir?
Good morning. I'm all right.
It's good to have you on the show. We are all big Seinfeld fans and Letterman fans, and it's good to talk to you. Spike's got it. Now, explain this to me, Spike. Spike's got a show called Spike's Car Radio, which is now on YouTube. Where was it before? Were you just putting it out on your own? Because Galvin said he's seen it before.
Yeah, it was an audio podcast. And then people really wanted to see the cars, not surprisingly. So we threw up some cameras and we put the show on YouTube, and we're like a contact point for Southern California car culture.
Which among you TV guys is evidently a big thing. I mean, look, at what point do you, in your successful life, where you're like, okay, I got to start collecting cars now? That's what everybody does.
That's what everybody does. No, we just like cars like you. I mean, I think, and I've asked guys about this. Why is Letterman? Why is Seinfeld? Why Leno? And I've asked them all, and why are you guys so obsessed with cars? And I think comedians are fun experts and cars are fun. And I've also noticed, we work a lot, like you work a lot, and everybody works a lot. And this is like a nice way of kind of blowing off steam without putting your marriage in trouble.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I am not a car guy. I don't mean that I'm not against it. My best friend owns a boutique car dealership where he sells like Ferraris and classic cars and all sorts of things, Lamborghinis, to rich people, to athletes and stuff. And I have been obsessed. I bought a Hummer H2, had it for a couple of years.
Oh, sure.
And then got rid of it when I had a kid because it was too expensive with the gas. But then bought another one and put my life into it, replaced the transmission, the engine, the whole deal. And that was my favorite car. But even after a while, I got sick of driving it, and I felt like I looked stupid in it, and I just had to move on. And now I don't have that manly thing. I mean, I'd love to have a Lamborghini or a Ferrari, but also I'm a fat guy, so it doesn't seem like it's a perfect fit for me.
You're a car guy.
I did have a Porsche.
Testified to the fact that you are a car guy, that the love and the work that you put into that vehicle.
Yes.
And then you're like, and then you grew bored with it, and you said, now it's time to move on. That's all any of us are doing at any price point.
That's true.
Look, I'm not a fan of Lamborghinis. I don't like the Lamborghini guys. They cause a lot of trouble out here.
Yeah.
But we're a tribe of drivers. We're not golfers. We get in our cars on the weekend and we drive. We're lucky in Southern California here to have canyon roads and mountain roads. And then we go have coffee with our friends and talk about our stupid car habit. And that, kind of feels like a day to us. And that's what our show is about. It's about reviewing those vehicles you can do for those rides, helping people find cars if you're just starting a family and you don't have a lot of money. What can I drive under $5,000 that's fun and feels like a sports car? And, people seem to want to listen to us. So, the show's me and Jerry Seinfeld and Matt Farah from Road and Track and Johnny Lieberman from Motor Trend and this goofball personal injury lawyer, Paul Zuckerman, who sues all of us and everyone in the car world.
Now, is Jerry one of your best friends, or do you guys just have this in common?
Well, we started as car guys. If you work for someone who likes cars, you very quickly find each other.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what it was like for me at Letterman, at Seinfeld, even writing for Jay early on. We found ourselves talking about cars and liking it. So, through, I think, the car hobby after the show, Seinfeld, Jerry and I became friends through driving. And when he comes out, we take a drive. We go out to the Malibu Country Mart, have a cup of coffee and chat, and then sometimes go back, smoke a cigar, and podcast. And it's really great. It's really one of my favorite parts of my week.
I find that guys who have a lot of cars, there's a wrestler named John Cena. I don't know if you're familiar you are with wrestling.
I know John. I know who he is. Sure.
John lives here in the area, and anytime I'm driving and I see a Ferrari or a Lamborghini at Starbucks, I know that's John. But the truth is,
GT.
Yeah, he's had a bunch of great cars. But the truth is that he will mostly drive an old Jeep Beater that he has. That's what I see him in the most. Car guys always have that one car that they just love to drive more than anything else, even if it's not an expensive car. What is your car?
The one that I'm in the most is the new Ford Bronco.
Yeah,
limited heritage edition in Robin's Egg Blue. That car I drive. It's an SUV, but I drive that more than anything right now, and I love it. And then the other cars I drive, they're special drives. Like this morning, I'm going to drive a 2018 Porsche GT2 RS, and I'm going to take that out and play a little tennis, and hopefully not have a heart attack. And that's going to be a good morning.
Spike, I was watching one of the shows, and did Jerry give you a car that you gave back to him for some reason that you didn't want it anymore? It was a Mercedes or something.
That's right. Yeah. Jerry had done a Mercedes commercial back in the early 2000s. They had given him some customized E-Class Mercedes that was updated by Rentec, which I think is down there in Florida, and it wasn't exactly legal. He had it for a little while. He said, "Why don't you buy it?" I bought it. The car got shipped out to California. I opened the door, and then on the sill it just said Jerry Seinfeld in blue, and I went, I can't drive this. I felt like I was buying Scottie Pippen's car or Michael Jordan's car, like an NBA player. And I said, "Come take it back." But my guys had removed this special inspection sticker on the window that kept it in the country, and they scraped it off with a scraper, and they said when Jerry got the car back, it was seized by the DMV somehow and had to be shipped out of the country. And luckily, right before they were going to crush it, Mercedes jumped in and grabbed it, and now it's in the Mercedes Classic Museum. But he still has not forgiven me for this.
We're talking to Spike Ferris, and Spike's got a show called Spike's Car Radio, which is now available on YouTube. And is it true that this kind of concept started out by somebody invading your privacy?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. We were sitting out at this Malibu kitchen on a Saturday having a chat after a nice drive. We were able to park our cars and then sit right in front of the cars on this porch. And I noticed there was a guy with a laptop writing and looking at us and listening, and I said, "That's weird, but that's just my paranoia and imagination." But a few days later in the Malibu Times, what we had said was in the paper.
That's such an invasion of privacy that they just eavesdropped on your conversation and then just printed the whole thing, but gave you an inspiration to do the podcast.
Wasn't the whole thing. It was pieces of it, and it wasn't terrible. It was just like the charm of this Malibu kitchen porch where Jerry and Spike are chatting about blah blah blah, whatever we were talking about. So but the people at my table were a little upset. Mr. Seinfeld was a little upset, and I said, if people really want to hear what we're talking about, we could always do one of these stupid podcasts. And I think, from what I hear, you just need microphones and a tape recorder. And we laughed at the idea and said, let's try it. And that was where the show was born, and we got together and we sat on the same porch for the very first show and set up the recorder and started talking for 50 minutes. And there you go. There was a show. Episode 1.
Listen to this son of a bitch. All he thinks he needs is microphones and tape recorders to do a successful show. I'm kidding. Spike, I think that you're very funny. I see your name pop up in the credits all the time. I watch Seinfeld every night before I go to bed. And I will definitely check this out. It's called Spike's Car Radio. It's available on YouTube. Jerry Seinfeld is on it. They have a bunch of guests on it. And Spike is a very funny guy. It's a pleasure to talk to you, my man.
Yeah, very nice to meet you guys. Yeah. Hello to Tampa. I love you guys.
Good luck with the show. Thank you. Take it easy. There you go, Spike Ferris. And I mean, that is a good idea. One of the things about Bobby Kelly and I is we started doing a podcast together because of our phone conversations.
Yeah.
We would just be talking on the phone and I'd be laughing my ass off at him and then he'd be laughing at me and I'm like, I feel like people should be listening to this. And I don't know that we necessarily captured that, but it's a great idea for a podcast.
And now he kicks you to voicemail on those phone calls.
Is that what he did, Carmen? He gave us voicemail?
No, it did ring through, so I think he may be like in a meeting or something.
Oh, he's got high level meeting.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Very busy.
Yes, he's very important.
Mister, I listen to your show every morning. I watch it on YouTube. Blah, blah, blah.
He's being debriefed about the cruise.
I have a whole page of questions for Spike. Didn't get to one of them.
Wait.
Well, I have a lot of Seinfeld related questions, but we like TV show because
I can answer them.
yeah, I mean that's the thing. I mean, well, there weren't things I didn't know.
When
You
they
know, like, hey, Spike, is it true that the soup Nazi was a real story?
Yeah, when they're doing those call arounds, it's tough because they give you 10 minutes, and if you go over, they give you a hard time. And
I always want to hear, and I have had the opportunity to do this before. I always want to hear the interview after and the interview before because they're on our show. They laugh. They have a great time. This is great. And they're like, oh, they're a great guest. And then you listen to them in the next interview and it's awful. And you're like, nope, we're just pretty good at what we do.
Yeah.
I mean, they're a great guest, but it takes a lot to get that. It started with Trey Parker and Matt Stone. I was supposed to talk to one of them. I was supposed to talk to both of them, and one of them got sick and couldn't come on the show. So I think it was Matt Stone that I talked to. And I said, what happened to Trey? And he said, I don't know. He got sick. He got blah, blah, blah. And at the end of the interview, I said to him, hey, and by the way, tell Trey we said good luck with his syphilis. And he thought that was the funniest thing. So then we listened to him do the other interviews. And at the end of every interview, he went, yeah, so Trey's got syphilis, but hopefully he'll be back. Like, I love that we make an impression on these people.
it used to be you could kind of hang on the line, and you could connect to the next radio station.
So when I worked for CBS, we had a connection in the other room, and we could drop in on that. And I remember the Warren brothers were in studio one time, and they went from my studio into the other studio to talk to a bunch of radio stations. And I would write down words and send them in piece of paper, and I'd work and make them work cornucopia into the thing. I mean, we just listened to their interview with the big fat Mel show in Tucson, Arizona, and see if they could say cornucopia. All right, do we need to break again, Carmen?
Yes, we do.
All right, then let's do it. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. PETA.
I don't just need broccoli. Yeah,
PETA is ridiculous.
PETA face.
No, that's different. That's
okay.
different. PETA, the people for the ethical treatment of animals.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't like things. I mean, I think they do things just to get in the news. But PETA is calling for the MLB to change the term bullpen. You know where the pitchers hang out.
Sure, yeah.
They wanted to change the term bullpen to arm barn. I actually like that better.
Arm barn's not bad.
To be sensitive to cows.
I mean, listen, I'm all for the proper treatment of animals, 100%.
Yes.
But I also eat steak and I eat chicken and I do that stuff. But they don't even want you to have dogs.
No.
And that's just ridiculous.
And then who is going to take care of the dogs?
Yeah.
They're going to take care of the dogs.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I definitely agree with them. Adopt a dog is good.
Sure. Yeah. You don't want to get it from a breeder. Save it from an apartment kitchen if you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saved one, but we did buy one from a breeder. But they got haircuts yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, they are so stinking cute with their short hair.
They get bows?
No, they did not, and I opted out of the perfume. But we cut them down. We buzz them basically.
Yeah.
And they're we have Aussies, so they're really hairy.
Yeah.
And stuff. So we buzz
just
them
like
down.
you.
Yes. So we buzz them down for the summertime, and oh my God, they're so cute, but so little.
Yeah, that's how my dog. My dog, I have a big golden doodle, and it's super hairy. It looks like Chewbacca. And then the first time it fell in the pool, it came out and it was like, ew. It's just
so skinny,
giant little skinny, scrawny dog.
You think it's all fluffy and big, and so it's a skinny little. Yeah.
And then when the groomer comes to groom the dogs, they put bows on them, and I had to have a conversation with her and I say, stop trying to make these dogs girls. These are boy dogs.
They're
in my
girls.
Head.
They're girl dogs.
In my head, they're boy dogs.
I think they're little lesbian dogs.
Yeah, but I call them Buddy and come on, pal, let's go. Yeah, they're little lesbians.
Maybe you need a third dog and get a boy.
Thought about it.
Yeah,
we thought about it. We can't have a boy. I'm banging.
No,
the other,
that would ruin the
banging
the
the
mix.
lesbos.
They're not spayed?
Yeah, if you get them fixed,
Yeah,
they won't.
Still, they do the banging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I don't need that. I don't need to see that. Weird. My female dog tries to hump my daughter's friends when it comes over. They say it's a dominance thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like it. Makes them feel
Which
weird.
one, Mabel or Hazel?
Hazel.
Hazel?
Yeah, Hazel's an animal.
Hazel's sweet. I mean, they're both super sweet, whatever, but Hazel, I think, really likes me a lot.
Yeah, Hazel's a good dog. Anyway, our phone numbers are 800-771-1025. We did a good run with phone calls today. A guy was telling me a good story about pooping before, and then I had to hang up on him because we had a guest on the phone.
Carmen's like, get off the line.
I don't know what else to do.
I'm sorry. My page on my phone was open to my questions for Spike, so I didn't see your text.
Yeah, all good. I'm just sitting there and he's just listening to me breathing. And I'm like waiting for
Why
you.
can't you put him on hold?
Because when you pick up a line and I'm on the phone, I can't lock it. So it has to be locked for me to put someone on hold. And when you change calls, it unlocks it.
Got it.
Did you say, sorry, sir, he's talking about his poop right now?
Yeah.
But it worked because now I got to poop like crazy. I'm having some issues. I got to get this all cleared out before we go to Big Top Live tomorrow.
Yeah, that's very important, I would say.
Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Hi, Mike. I have two things. One is I have been trying to call for a week for Sporkle to win Thomas Rhett. Okay. Do you still have them? May I have them? The other thing is to help with the current issue that you're having that sounds like you may get some relief. Mm-hmm. I have heard that if you are sitting and you kind of like exhale out of your mouth slowly, it relaxes everything.
Oh, God, you're right.
Mm-hmm. Please not in here. Not in here.
What is your name, Pumpkin?
Nina.
Nina. And where do you live?
In Holiday.
I like Holiday.
With Medicine Man.
I know. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. My dad used to live in Holiday. And in Holiday Lake Estates, they had a beautiful house. And it had a nice big pool and it had a palm tree in the front that was worth like $20,000 and it was nice. And then the neighborhood just fell apart around it. They were like, it was like when Biff bought the almanac.
Oh, yeah.
And it went back to town. It just fell apart. Carmen, do we have those tickets to give this lovely lady?
We do.
All right. Please hold. It'll probably be a minute till the end of the show, but Carmen will get you and we'll hook you up, okay?
I appreciate it so much. Thank you.
You don't understand. When I'm on the toilet and I'm exhaling, I will be thinking of you.
Wait.
Lucky her.
I'll be thinking of Thomas Rhett.
That'll motivate it. Mike Calta Show, hello.
Hey, good morning, guys. How you doing?
Good. What's happening?
So you were talking about getting your dog groomed. I actually brought my dog up to where you went, and she asked me how I heard about them, and I just mentioned the Mike Calta Show. She thought that we were friends. So every time she would like be talking about you and your wife, and I'm just like, yeah, don't know. Okay, cool, thank you.
Where'd you go, in Lutz over there?
Yeah, and I live down in Valrico, but I had actually messaged you and asked because I have an Aussie doodle, and it's hard to find somebody who cuts them. Who, like you said, I got a boy dog, they make them look like a girl dog. And
yeah, they're very good. I have a new lady that just comes to my house. It's a little bit more convenient now. But you got to, when you find somebody good, you got to stick with them because that lady was good too. It's just this is a lot better. They come here and sometimes if we're not home, they'll just come in and get the dogs for us. So we got
that's cool.
Busy schedules. Well, good luck to you, buddy. Thank you. I appreciate the call.
Yeah, I see those mobile groomers like around.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They're expensive as hell.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, but she's great, and there'll be times when my wife works from home and she's on a call and she can't go, and they'll just come in the back door, grab the dogs,
right,
and they'll take the two dogs and they'll just take half the day to do them, and then they'll put them back for us sometimes when we don't, if we're not home or whatever. They're good people.
See, we go to Pet Supplies off a gun.
Yeah.
They have great prices, and the guy is great with the dogs. I want to say his name is Jared.
Yeah.
And Cowboy hates the hairdryer, literally tries to attack it and stuff, but he's able to do it, and they always look really good, and he's able to get their sensitive spots, which I'm really scared to do.
That is another one of those things, man, that you'll always be employed. Dog groomers, because people love their dogs so much and have them groomed and do all that. It's, if you can do anything, babies, you're going to make money.
Yeah.
Weddings, you're going to make money. Dogs, you're going to make money. And guess what else? Strippers, you're going to make money.
Yeah. Well,
it's always going to work.
I like all those in that order.
Yeah.
Wait.
My dogs know when the groomer's here, when Dino's here, and when Luke comes to take them. They see Luke, they see Dino, they see the groomer, and they start going crazy.
The dogs get very excited when Joe walks in the room.
That's true.
That's because he's one of them.
Well,
he's one of their people.
Same here.